News. I'm Lillian Wu. A teenager's in custody after a deadly shooting spree in Memphis.
19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly is in custody for the serial shootings, 4 dead and 3 hurt across 8 crime scenes. Victims include a 24-year-old man who was killed at around 1 a.m. Another was gunned down at 4:35 p.m. at a BP gas station, and a woman was shot just 1 minute later on a nearby road. He allegedly documented the murders in videos posted to Facebook.
Fox's Brooke Singman. The Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, makes an unannounced visit to Kyiv in a show of support for Ukraine. He's announced new military aid worth more than $2 billion for Ukraine and other European countries threatened by Russia, including NATO members and regional security partners. America's listening to Fox News.
The news is sponsored by Lee University, where you can expect something great.
The Mix 104.1 News Desk, brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
From the Logan Thompson Law News Desk, here's your news for Thursday, September 8th on Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv. From the Bradley County Sheriff's Office, 3 people have been charged with a drive-by shooting of a home in Rolling Brook that took place on June 28th. Tayshawn D. Taylor, 20, Eric A. Caraballo, 19, and Tasia L. Wright, 20, were each charged with 5 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of reckless endangerment. The arrests were a result of a joint effort from the Bradley County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Recovery Team and the Ray County Sheriff's Office. Detectives from both the Bradley County Sheriff's Office and the Cleveland City Police Department also worked the case. 2 local high schools have rescheduled their football games this week. The McMinn County Bradley Central football game has been moved to tonight at 7 p.m. at Bear Stadium. The Walker Valley Mustangs will host the Carter Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. Listen to the Bradley McMinn game on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and the Walker Valley Carter game on Fiesta 99.1. You can also listen on the free Mix 104.1 app. In state news, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is seeing a new trend when it comes to illegal drugs. The usage of some of the most common drugs are going down, but that's only due to others rising. The TBI said drug usage has hit a new high in the state. Heroin and cocaine have been on the decline, but that's due to drugs such as fentanyl and methamphetamine being on the rise. Just over 36% of drug lab tests in the state are related to meth. Fentanyl use in Tennessee is also sharply rising. The TBI has identified 25 different variations of fentanyl and what they call analogs that have been seized in Tennessee. Fentanyl is now the leading cause of death for people ages 18 to 45 nationwide. It surpasses suicide, COVID, and car crashes. For more on local in-state news, visit mymix1041.com, follow us on Facebook, and download our app that sends you instant notification when news breaks. For Mix 104.1, this is Emily Beatty reporting.
Southern Heritage. There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
September the 8th, we're live on Mix 104.1 on the radio, anywhere around the world on the free Mix 104.1 app. Hello to our sister station listeners this morning on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and now live on MixTV.tv. I'm Dwayne Williams, kind of helping Bridge it out this morning. Good morning to you, Bridge. I guess, Steve, you sent him on a sabbatical. What did you do?
I guess so. I don't know.
Well, he did come into the station this morning and grab some papers. I think that was to make us think that he was going to work somewhere.
Right. Well, yeah, it scared me me a little bit when I heard his door open. I thought this is not supposed to be happening.
Yeah, the good stuff there. But, yeah, he's got some things that he's taking care of this morning. I want to go ahead and add on something that we've actually been talking about since early this morning as part of our news. From earlier this morning, around 5:20 this morning, we did get some information that there was an accident at the 3700 block of Key Street where there was unfortunately a bicycle and a car that was involved in an accident there. From what we understand, Life Force was brought in for this accident, so people maybe was woken up this morning with the sound of Life Force if you're in that general area in those neighborhoods right off Key Street. We have no other details about that at this time, but it has caused a little bit of a traffic situation as that is being investigated. And Bridget, I guess that's where we'll start right now. We'll go ahead and start with that traffic update and let you tell us what the latest is this morning from that.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, Northley Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Yes, as Dwayne just mentioned, a crash with injuries that happened earlier this morning on Keith Street in front of Chick-fil-A right there, and possibly over the hill there in front of White Wing Bookstore, but headed southbound there on Keith Street. So that is where the roadway is shut down this morning. As of just a few minutes ago, the roadway was still shut down. Southbound lanes of Keith Street there. They are rerouting you there next to Chick-fil-A on Ocoee Crossing. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. This traffic report is brought to you by Waste Connections of Cleveland. They work with the communities and businesses they serve to make sure that all forms of waste are handled in ways that are reliable for their customers, safe for their employees, and respectful of the environment. Visit them online at wasteconnections-clevelandtn.com.
Again, good morning out there to everybody. Bridget, kind of a busy day for us here as we've shifted two of our three high schools from Friday night football to tonight, as Bradley will be at home, and then also Walker Valley at home on Thursday night football. So that's kind of a big thing to get out there later today. Tickets available at the Town Squire. Other locations we'll talk about throughout the morning. But I guess we're expecting some weather tomorrow night, maybe later into the evening.
Yeah, I think some rain showers tomorrow.
So we'll see how all that works out. Are you excited tonight? NFL gets kicked off. I mean, it's official.
Yeah.
We'll have high school football on the radios tonight on our radio stations. And we'll also have the NFL game, as it's going to be a big night for the NFL. Buffalo Bills, and they'll take on the L.A. Rams, Super Bowl champ Rams. That will be around 8:20, and we'll have it here on Mix 104.1 for the first time ever.
Yeah, if you're a football fan, this is the best time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Talked about that with Austin a little bit earlier. I don't know, is Austin's little cord hooked up down there? Can you see if that?
Yes, it is.
All right, so we'll say good morning to Austin officially. Again, he was in here with me about 20 minutes ago. But good morning, Austin. How are you, sir?
Good morning, temporary boss.
Yep. Did you see Steve come through this morning, or was we just having a scare this morning?
You know, even when the man says he's not going to be here, somehow he's here.
He's here.
I mean, I was really hoping for not seeing Steve's face today, but, you know, it happens.
He broke up the conga line as me, you, and Bridget was doing the conga line down the hallway here, and we kind of had to break that up, didn't we?
It was a weird sighting, that's for sure.
Well, we'll get more with you this morning, Austin. Just want to say good morning to you, and keep us rolling back there in the back, and make me look good this morning. I know that's very difficult to do, but here we go. All right, so we'll talk to Austin some more coming up this morning. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just a few minutes. Right now, it is time for your Hardee's wake-up call. So if you're here at 10 minutes after 7 a.m. this morning, this is your Hardee's wake-up call. So get up, get out, and maybe a job is on the menu for this morning. Here's more details about that.
Join the star team at Hardee's.
Hands. You might think they're just for waving, but they can be used for all kinds of things, like making made-from-scratch biscuits at Hardee's.
Bite into the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal only at Hardee's.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here with great service. We're here. We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come get huge Nissan savings when you shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and Cleveland-Nissan today. home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
Did you know 4 out of every 10 pills contain a potential lethal dose of fentanyl? 2 salt-sized grains of fentanyl can kill. Talk to your kids today about the risks of fentanyl. ATS The Bridge, speaking out against drugs, speaking up with a message of hope. Visit atsthebridge.org today.
Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
From Lookout Mountain to Cleveland, from Red Bank to Collegedale, luxury lives here.
Chattanooga Auto Square is your home for premium luxury automobiles.
And we have the largest selection in all of Chattanooga of pre-owned vehicles from every major brand.
Chattanooga Auto Square, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Infiniti.
Luxury lives here.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, and tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
Dr. Eston Winger specializes in varicose vein surgery to help you live a fuller life.
Most everything that we do for varicose vein disease is done here in the office, and so a hospital stay is not required. We take most insurances here, and most vein procedures are covered by insurance, which most people don't realize. Or make an appointment, and I'd be happy to talk to you and evaluate your legs.
Schedule a consultation by phone, 423-472-5423.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight.com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go.com? Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of we the people. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates. A $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland. I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthal, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
Lifetime Certified is the new buzz in town for Vehicles Direct. 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Lifetime powertrain warranty. Complimentary maintenance for 1 year. Certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Love it or leave it, satisfaction guaranteed. Best trade-in value in town. Kelly Blue Book Buy Center. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland at APD 40. Visit vehiclesdirect.com. You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank.
Sports Morning, served by Tzatziki. So glad to have you listening and watching in this morning. Bridget, we talked about the start of the NFL season a while ago. Buffalo Bills, L.A. Rams there at SoFi Stadium tonight. I heard Steve mention yesterday, and I really didn't believe it in the beginning, said that Ozzy Osbourne is going to be the halftime entertainment. It is in the releases today, says that he will be the one kicking off the season with a performance during halftime. Now, Bridget, I will ask you on the air, didn't prep this whatsoever, your favorite Ozzy Osbourne song.
Oh, goodness. There's so many I couldn't choose, right?
Let's see if Austin, do you have a favorite Ozzy Osbourne song?
Look, I didn't even know Ozzy Osbourne was a singer, so there you go. I thought he was just a TV star.
Yeah, I'd have to say my favorite. Now, I did listen to some Ozzy Osbourne back in the 80s. I was one of those 80s rockers. It was probably Crazy Train. Okay. You know, I mean, that's probably my favorite Ozzy Osbourne song. I hate to admit that. Morning, yeah, we should play that this morning. The audience would just love it. But anyway, let's go inside the Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
You think the mattress business is competitive? You bet it is. And no matter how many out-of-town chains come to town, Mermaid Mattress will always be your local place to get a better mattress at a better price.
Now, Bridget, I just can't imagine that you don't have Ozzy on your Apple playlist.
No, sure don't.
What about Pastor Sears? You think he has any Ozzy on his playlist?
Probably not.
Probably not. I agree with you there. All right, over to you.
For today, mostly cloudy skies early in the day and then partly cloudy by this afternoon. A high of 84 and a low of 66 this evening with partly cloudy skies tonight. And then for tomorrow, cloudy skies with occasional rain showers throughout the day with a high around 80. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 65 degrees.
All right, let's get you to the music right now. This is something, I guess, if you're a high school coach from Cleveland, I'm not really Cleveland, Walker Valley and Bradley, you probably hope that it does this tomorrow. So moving the game feels like you made a good decision.
Right.
This is Rain on Me. Lady Gaga.
A few days, now we have a couple days to dry out and hopefully some nice temperatures.
The pick day of the day today, as you just mentioned, and Allison confirmed. Now she's here to tell us, well, you know, the weekend might not be as bad as we initially maybe thought, Allison.
Yeah, so we're still going to be dealing with some rain chances over the weekend, but it looks like some of the heaviest happening while a lot of you are going to be asleep Friday night into Saturday morning. So getting through the day today first, though, we have our Thursday morning. We are starting off with areas of some patchy dense fog off to the east. Now, mainly seeing this in our river and stream valleys for Cherokee, Polk, Fannin, Gilmer, and Union counties. But there's also some low-level clouds that are now passing by, which also means if you're in the mountaintops, that could be translating into a little bit of fog and mist for you as well. Most of the rest of the area, though, visibility is fine as we begin the day. Now, as we talk about rain chances later on, I think we're going to stay dry this morning. So the only issue this morning will be the spots of fog. Then for the afternoon into the evening time, we'll have a couple of isolated showers. These are basically going to affect our far south and eastern communities. So almost like taking a diagonal line from Cherokee County over into northeast Alabama. That's where I had that 20% and just a little bit of a border edge of that 10% chance. If you're in Tennessee, more likely you're probably just going to stay dry today with mostly sunny skies. So really nice weather for your Thursday. So what does that look like hour by hour then? So at 10 a.m., 73 degrees. We're in the 60s right now. So it's a mild start to the day, comfortable temperatures rising up through the 70s during the morning time, hitting 79 at noon. As we take a peek at the afternoon hours, generally spent from about 80 to 85. I think we'll top out at 85 today in Chattanooga. And then for this evening, mostly sunny early on, 82 degrees at 7 p.m. and then dropping down through the 70s. Winds from the northeast today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Pointing this out, sunrise 7:19 a.m. officially this morning and sunset at 7:58 p.m. Remember, we had that last official 8 p.m. sunset just a couple of evenings ago. Here's a breakdown then hour by hour for that chance of rainfall for any given hour. Most of them for the afternoon into the evening time are just at 10%, maybe up to that 20% chance at 5 to 6 p.m. But for a lot of locations today, it's going to be nice outside. You can enjoy your Thursday, another day to slightly dry out some. So quiet conditions right now. I'm going to pull back pretty far, and you can see for the southeast, you have this low pressure system off into the Atlantic, a trailing cold front, and that's really keeping any kind of rain and storms well away for our area today. Now, there will be a development of a low pressure system off into the Gulf. That's what's going to bring those increasing rain chances tomorrow and into the weekend. I'm going to pull back a little bit further because we have some really nice air heading our way for next week, and that's all thanks to this big cold front that you're seeing up here to the northwest. So we'll have a system down to the south of us to get through first for the weekend, and then this one's going to bring us the nice air heading into Tuesday of next week. So let's run through that for the day today. You can see that diagonal line that I mentioned. Really from about 1 o'clock onward, we'll have the chance for a couple of isolated showers here and there. Generally mostly to partly sunny skies today, so it's going to be nice outside. And again, just a couple of those little pop-up showers. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy. Waking up tomorrow morning, really pretty comfortable conditions once again. It'll be tomorrow afternoon into the evening time that we start to have this moisture coming up from the
Logan Thompson Law News Desk. Here's your news for Thursday, September 8th from the Bradley County Sheriff's Office. 3 people have been charged with a drive-by shooting of a home in Rolling Brook that took place on June 28th. Tayshawn D. Taylor, 20, Eric A. Caraballo, 19, and Tasia L. Wright, 20, were each charged with 5 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of reckless endangerment in the Ray County Sheriff's Office. Detectives from both the Bradley County Sheriff's Office and the Cleveland City Police Department worked the case. 2 local high schools have rescheduled their football games this week. The McMinn County Bradley Central football game has been moved to tonight at 7 p.m. at Bear Stadium. The Walker Valley Mustangs will host the Carter Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. Listen to the Bradley McMinn game on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and the Walker Valley Carter game on Fiesta 99.1. You can also listen on the free Mix 104.1 app. For Mix 104.1, this is Emily Beatty reporting.
This news update brought to you by Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
All right, Mix 104.1. We're going to get a check of our Simmons celebration list in just a minute, but we've been following the traffic situation from early this morning at the 3700 block of Keith Street. Bridget will have the latest now from the Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol Report. Bridget, what's the latest?
Okay, Don Ledford in Cleveland is your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We had an earlier accident with injuries this morning. I believe it happened around 5:20 a.m. That's when we got the call here. Car versus a bicycle in the 3700 block of Keith Street. So that portion of the roadway, southbound lanes of Keith Street, have been shut down since earlier this morning. And at last check, just a few minutes ago, just talked with Bradley County E911. They tell us that roadway is still shut down at this point. So they are rerouting traffic. If you're headed southbound on Keith Street, if you're headed toward the White Wing Bookstore area, they're going toward Chick-fil-A. They're going to reroute. You're going to take a left on Ocoee Crossing there by Chick-fil-A, as Keith Street is still shut down at this time. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. As always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. This traffic report is brought to you by Southland Finance, located on Keith Street near Chick-fil-A here in Cleveland, specializing in consolidation, installment, and personal loans. Visit them online at southlandfinance.net. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Ozzy Osbourne is going to be the halftime entertainment as the NFL season kicks off tonight with the Bills and the Rams. Bridget, does this sound familiar at all?
Yes, it does.
Well, this is Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
So there you go. So you at least knew one Ozzy song that you didn't really know that you knew.
Right.
So we're going to use this, maybe not the best song, but for the Simmons Bank celebration list, who's celebrating along with Ozzy celebrating tonight as a halftime performer?
All right. Happy birthday to Christy Goza today. And then Kobe Lawson is celebrating today, a first grader at Prospect. And
He loves Ozzy,
class.
by the way.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I hope not.
The birthday wish says he is the best little brother there is. So happy birthday to Kobe today. Calling your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Ridipest Mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us on that same number, the HHM text line. You can go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank gives you more for a better banking experience with convenience in mind.
All right, so there you go. Well, we're going to invite Austin. Hopefully he can do the little three screenshot and come on in and join us, because I'm telling you what, Bridget, I was in my office yesterday, and Gideon and Austin was like two middle school giggling guys up and down the hall. They were running up and down the hall. They were talking about something that was coming on a YouTube or on video or some release or something. I'm like, what are you guys so excited about? And Gideon looks at me. He says, the new iPhone thing, the new thing is going to be released today. And like I should have known, and I didn't know. But Austin, you were pretty excited about it as well.
Of course, the Apple event was yesterday.
Okay, the Apple event is what officially is called.
Yes.
So here's what I know, and this is because I can read. It says Apple unveils a new iPhone with massive new camera. And it says, let's see here. Now, this is kind of on a different note. It says the iPhone 14, which is that the new one, the 14?
Yes.
Okay, I lost track. I still got an iPhone 2. But the 14, it says scalpers are charging as much as a new phone just to keep your place in line for this release. So with those kind of opposite ends of the spectrum being out there, Austin, I'm going to turn it over to you, our tech guy. What the tech is going on this morning?
Okay, so one of the biggest things that Apple announced yesterday was called a dynamic island, and I thought it was a pretty cool concept.
Is that where Steve's at this morning?
That's where we sent Steve this morning. The dynamic island is going to sit at the top of the screen, so there's going to be just a bar at the top, and it will keep up with different things that your app's serving you. So like if you're keeping up with the football score, say that I'm keeping up with the Vols score, then no matter what else I'm doing on my phone, the Vols score will be at the top all the time. And there's going to be different ways that different apps can use this, but you can choose what goes in your dynamic island. If you get a text or something, it'll scroll across inside there. There's several different ways they can be used, but I thought it was a pretty cool announcement. And then, of course, Apple also announced the newest Apple Watch, and then the Apple Watch Ultra, which is really designed, if anybody wants to buy a $1,000 watch, there's your chance. Now's your chance to buy a $1,000 Apple Watch.
Steve, we're putting in our Christmas orders now, right? Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. It's really just $800, but it's more designed towards people who are diving and doing stuff like that, big extreme sports people. But it also offers a 36-hour battery life. So that was a big thing yesterday. But they also announced the Apple Watch 8 that came out, in the new AirPods, which have twice as much noise cancellation. So like the new AirPods Pros, when you're using them, you can't hear anything on the outside.
Bridget wants a pair for the morning show with Steve, right?
Sign me up.
Well, and if somebody walks up to you and starts talking to you, it lets that pass through. So I'm sorry, Bridget. But it will cancel all the extra noise. Like if you're outside mowing or something, you can listen to your podcast or to your music or to Mix 104, because that's what we hope you're listening to, while you're on the lawnmower and not get all the extra noise. That's kind of what I use mine for. So basically the AirPods Pro 2, or the new version, I'm not sure what it's called, but then the iPhone 14 and the new Apple Watches were announced yesterday.
I do have a newer phone, but I am still rocking the iWatch, or the Apple Watch, the version 1.
Version 1?
Yeah, it's vintage now.
I had the Apple Watch 2 until last year whenever I updated my phone, and I could no longer use it, so it's now just a rock in my drawer.
Yep.
So
I've got one of those at home on my dresser,
to getting a new Apple Watch. Hopefully this year will be nice. So, but now I know Dwayne did actually upgrade his phone this year, so he's still trying to learn. I've only got a couple of questions from him, not a whole lot. So he doesn't ask nowhere near as many tech questions as Steve will.
Yeah, this is something that the iPhone 14, I mean, when's it going to end? iPhone 59? I mean, we're going to be there at some point? I mean,
we'll just keep adding on.
So for you, is it worth the upgrade? Someone that's so tech savvy like you are, would you upgrade from a 12, 13 per se to this new 14?
I mean, if you're 2 versions behind, if you're 2 years behind, then yes, I would say go ahead and upgrade.
Bridget, your watch needs to be put in the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian.
I know that both Verizon and AT&T are offering good trade-in deals now. So I know that we went through a few years to where the deals weren't so good, but now they are. So if you're looking for that, we would, I would recommend it for sure. If nothing else, the battery life with 5G now makes a big difference. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Final question about this, and we got to move on. I know we're running late. Now, when I upgraded my new iPhone, it came with a new charging cable that I needed the bigger block. It's a much bigger than the old little square block, and it says that is needed, if you read the instructions, Do you agree or disagree? Can you use the small block, or do you got to get those new blocks that they charge you for?
You can still use the old block. I mean, you can still use the old style, but now the USB-C is becoming the standard. It's the standard for Android and iPhone, and even for your laptops now. And so if you're looking at that, it'll definitely charge faster. If you're transferring stuff off your phone, it'll definitely go faster and it'll sync faster. So that's what it's designed for, and it's just more durable. So that way you don't have to. It's just the way it's designed. It works a little bit better. So yeah,
there we go. So there is our segment of What the Tech with Austin Chadwick, bringing us up to date on what's going on. Austin, thanks so much. I knew you and Gideon were very excited about this yesterday because something came up that you didn't really get to sit down and watch it in its entirety at one time.
Yes.
Things kept interrupting. You're like, would y'all just leave me alone?
All the football news came on right at the time that they were introducing the Apple Watches, and I was like, okay, I'm really wanting Apple Watch this year, but I had to go back and watch it later on, so that's fine.
All right, good stuff. Be back in a moment. Mix 104.1.
This half hour of Mix Mornings is brought to you by Honey Baked. At Honey Baked Ham, there's something about that sweet, crunchy glaze.
This season, MixTV.tv is spotlighting high schools in our area. Join me, Ryan Lovelace, as we travel around Southeast Tennessee talking to coaches and teams about their upcoming season. It's the Southeast Tennessee Football Spotlight Series presented by Life Care Centers of America. Watch now at MixTV.tv. Never miss a minute.
My son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
This is Thomas Williams with Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Stop by today and take advantage of Bradley County's largest pre-owned inventory, or visit cleveland-nissan.com, home of the lifetime warranty.
Thank you for calling Logan Thompson. This is Ashley.
You get a yearly checkup, shouldn't your air? With your local Lennox dealer, regular care equals perfect air. With technology you can touch, comfortable air you can feel, and savings you can see. Not just perfect air, perfect for you air.
Call Dale's Heating and Air to upgrade your air today.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Remember Me Senior Care is Cleveland's first assisted living and memory care neighborhood. They specialize in assisted living for those who are still active with a community of indoor and outdoor activities. They also provide memory care living for those who are facing life with dementia. Learn more online at remembermesc.com or call their office and set up an in-person visit at 423-473-3140. Remember Me Senior Care, a culture of care your loved one deserves.
nerves.
I went to getcortina.com and filled out a secure consultation form. Within 24 hours, I received a full diagnosis of my skin condition and a custom Cortina prescription directly tailored for my skin. So stop trying to cover up your rosacea. Clear it up with Cortina at getcortina.com.
Hey listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Mix 1041 and Honda of Cleveland are giving away a Honda Civic LX to an active law enforcement officer in our area. If you know someone that you think deserves to win, you can nominate them at mymix1041.com/Honda or on the Mix 1041 app.
You're watching Mix Mornings on Mix TV. Here is your current Kia of Cleveland time. And your current temperature is brought to you by Simply Bank. All right, for today we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies, a high around 84, partly cloudy this evening with a low of 66. And then tomorrow, cloudy skies with a chance of rain showers throughout the day with a high around 80. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 65 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by Vehicles Direct, lifetime certified. Over 150 used cars on the lot at all times. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland, vehiclesdirect.com.
Coming up in just a minute, we'll get a check of sports from the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. Sticking here with us.
Mix Mornings on Mix TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mix Mornings on MixTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9, MixTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
Bender Realty is helping to keep the community thriving during this pandemic by offering no-contact online tools for buyers and sellers in the real estate market.
Especially in this day and time with COVID, it makes a lot of the buyers are not wanting to get out and walk into someone else's home, and even sellers may not want people in their home. We can actually do a virtual tour with our phones and send it to our clients.
Walk through a property without having to actually be there and see all the intricacies of the property and the things that they may or may not want.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Bridgestone and Firestone tire dealers in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work, and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Anna, can you count to 5 without saying 1 or 3?
Sure, 2, 4, 5.
That's right. Our big story is the 2 for $5 breakfast deal at Hardee's.
You got me.
I know, I did.
Bite into our made-from-scratch biscuits today.
Need a metal roof for your home or business? Come see us at Best Buy Metals, a leading manufacturer of metal roofing products. Looking for great service? Check. Want to choose from a wide variety of metal roofing products? Check. How about complimentary takeoffs and free estimates for commercial and residential projects? Check and check. From small orders to semi-loads, we've got you covered. Literally. Best Buy Metals. Quality roofing that lasts a lifetime. Come see us today.
TV is presented by the Town Squire.
From around town, no, what is it? The Town Squire's having a birthday. Come in and celebrate their 45th. It's a great time to come in and check out their sportswear collection. Peter Millar, Johnny O's, Southern Tide, Vineyard Vines, just name a few. The anniversary celebration now at the Town Squire with a store wine sale. The shop that appreciates the customer. The Stewart Park Plaza, Keith Street, Cleveland, the Town Squire.
It is the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial. Imagine better health and Memorial Convenient Care right here in Cleveland. Located on Paul Hubb Parkway. They're open 7 days a week. CHI Memorial. Hello, human kindness. Well, we're going to start off with what has been in our news today as well, as 2 of our 3 local high schools will move their games from Friday night to Thursday night lights as we have those high school football schedule change. Let's start off first with McMinn County at Bradley Central High School. That will be at Bear Stadium tonight. 7 o'clock is the kickoff, and you'll hear that live on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and anywhere around the world on the free Mix 104.1 app. Gary, Earl, and Brian will be live at Bear Stadium with the call on the radio and the app, as always, just 1 day earlier. Now, with that weather that is anticipated coming in, they've also went to Walker Valley High School and said, hey, what are we going to do? And they said yesterday afternoon, Coach Mike Turner called and said, we're going to move the Walker Valley Carter High School game to Thursday night as well. Now, keep in mind, I want to back up here a little bit. The McMinn and Bradley Central High School game is a 7 o'clock kickoff. The Walker Valley Carter game is 7:30. So please keep those 2 times in mind when you're considering going out to these games tonight. Again, so 2 high school football games tonight. Now, Cleveland, if you're wondering about them, we spoke to them as well yesterday. They said they would be sticking to their Friday night schedule. So Cleveland will be tomorrow night as normal. Bradley and Walker Valley football games will be tonight. Now, if you're looking for the Walker Valley football game on the radio, Sports 99.1 is Andy and Jacob. Your tag team duo will have the call of the game live from Walker Valley High School. It is their home opener. Tickets available for either one of these games or the Cleveland game tomorrow night at the Town Squire a little bit later this morning. Also, Walker Valley High School, they wanted us to let you know that you can get those tickets at the Monogram Market and also at Gobbles. Now, here is another caveat to what's going on here tonight, as we were already planning on covering a middle school football game on MixedTV.tv. We do that for each one of our middle schools. We spotlight their football programs with a Mixed TV game, and we have that game still going on tonight. Now, Principal Corey Lindbergh reached out to us a little bit earlier, said make sure everybody understands that the Chattanooga Christian Ocoee Middle School football game scheduled for tonight is still on, but it will be a 5 o'clock kickoff for the middle school game tonight, so they will be on the field before the high school game tonight. Now, Corey also sent to me some other things. He says that Ocoee will be playing varsity football game, Chattanooga Christian, 5 o'clock at Walker Valley. And he also says they're playing and they're hosting Lake Forest in tennis and in softball. Those also at 5 o'clock. So 3 different things going on the football field, on tennis, and then also softball, all at 5 o'clock. All of these at Walker Valley High School for Ocoee Middle. And they also conducting a toiletry drive at the gates to benefit students and families. Details are on the Ocoee Middle School social media page. So please go there, check out those. But if you are an Ocoee family member, you can bring some toiletry items for this drive that they're doing tonight to help benefit families there at the school. So please consider doing that. Again, football for Ocoee versus Chattanooga Christian, 5 o'clock. And then it's going to be Ocoee hosting Lake Forest in tennis and softball, also 5 o'clock. All of that at Walker Valley High School. Wow, lots going on there. And then tonight, the NFL regular season gets underway. It's the Buffalo Bills playing the Super Bowl champs, the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. The halftime, it's going to be Ozzy Osbourne. If you missed that earlier, he will be the halftime entertainment. Kickoff set for that game at 8:20. And for the first time ever, that's going to be broadcasted live right here on Mix 104.1 in the radio, and then anywhere around the world on the free Mix 104.1 app. So listen to that tonight as we will have NFL action here on Mix 104.1. High school for the Bears on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and then high school for Walker Valley on Sports 99.1, and then all those available on the free Mix 104.1 app for streaming purposes as well. Let's talk about the Atlanta Braves yesterday. They take 2 away from the Oakland A's, winning 7-3. Now, the Mets played a doubleheader yesterday, so unfortunately, with the Braves only playing 1 game, the Mets went back up a half game over the Atlanta Braves in this final month of the season. Both teams are off today. We'll see how it works out tomorrow. U.S. Open news in men's action. Carlos Alcaraz advances to the semifinals in one of the longest matches in Open history. It was over 5 hours. And then one of the new phenoms in tennis, in men's tennis, Frances Tiafoe, advances to the semifinals. It's the first American man in U.S. Open semis since 2006. So Tiafoe all over the news, all over the sports news as well, playing great tennis right now. Very young player. He is very, very excited. And then Iga Świątek got a win over American Jessica Pegula in the semifinals as well. That U.S. Open news. All right, so there you go. We got high school. We got NFL action tonight. We got middle school action tonight. We've got you covered on the platforms. More details, go to our website for the Southeast Tennessee Football Headquarters page. Also, don't forget about our Thursday night high school kickoff show that we do with Ryan Lovelace and the crew. That will be available tonight on our social media platform as well. Tickets available for the high school games tonight and tomorrow night at the Town Squire. Make sure you go by and see Larry today. That is your CHI Memorial Sports Desk update. CHI Memorial, Imagine Better Health and Memorial Convenient Care right here in Cleveland, located on Paul Huff Parkway, open 7 days a week. This sports report has been sponsored by the Town Squire. Time to go to the phone lines right now. Bobby Ludwig is your Edward Jones financial advisor. He's going to join me right now. Bobby, good morning to you, sir.
Dwayne, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's getting close to the weekend, isn't it? We're getting close.
Boy, it is. You know, when those Mondays are days off, it seems like the week just flies by.
It flies right by. Exactly. So, well, I got good news this morning, Dwayne. We finally had a nice uptick in the markets. The Dow was up 435 points to close at 31,581. The S&P up 71 to close at 3,979. And the NASDAQ up 246 points to close at 11,791. So nice little relief from the downside we've been having the last several days. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Bobby, I know people can reach out to you if they want to review what they have, because you always say you got to know what you own. People want to kind of reach out to you and kind of go over their portfolio, see what's going on, talk strategy with you. How can they do that?
That's right. Give us a call. Here's something, Dwayne, that would come up here recently, and we come up against this from time to time, and I want to make sure listeners out there are aware. Make sure if you're out there and you're making contributions to your 401k retirement plans and you've been saving money, make sure your beneficiaries are up to date. Here's what you don't want to do. I'm going to leave it to Johnny, and Johnny knows what to do with all his siblings. On a retirement plan, Johnny or Susie, if you give one child all the benefit and with the wishes that they split it up between their siblings, they're going to pay an awful lot of money in taxes unnecessarily. So if you're a listener out there and you said, you know, that sounds like me, check it out. Give me a call. We'll talk about it. No cost to any of that. We want to save you money and not give it to the government, which is what you're doing. So that's just come up recently in the office, and I want to make sure listeners out there are well educated on their beneficiary options. So especially in their 401ks. 473-2215. Again, it's 473-2215. Or stop by and see me, 2060 North Ocoee, right by the old Liner gas station.
Bobby, have a good day, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, see you, Dwayne.
All right, that's Bobby Ludwig, your Edward Jones financial advisor. We're getting some text messages in, people just getting out, moving around there. Bridget, would you care to do, before we get into the quick break here, the traffic update? People are still wondering what's going on Key Street. If you don't care, this was from an earlier accident. Kind of give us an update, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so it was a car versus a bicycle. Happened around 5:20 this morning. That's when we got the call here. And so since then, Keith Street, the southbound lanes of Keith Street, there near Chick-fil-A, have been shut down since that time. So they are rerouting traffic onto Ocoee Crossing right there at the Chick-fil-A intersection. So if you're headed down Keith Street and if you're headed southbound, those lanes still shut down at this time due to that earlier accident. So again, they're going to reroute you. If you're headed southbound on Keith Street, you're going to take a left onto Ocoee Crossing, and as that road is still shut down this morning.
Bridget, I liked how you did a little bit of if you're heading down.
Yes.
You kind of got to. Yeah. It's kind of hard not to do that sometimes. Right. You got a little Italian in you, I guess. You got to talk with your hands. If you're heading down, if you watch that on Mixed TV, Bridget kind of gave you the down sign. Then you know what she's talking about. All right. Thanks for that update, Bridget. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Aubrey's of Cleveland offers some of the most fresh and delicious foods in.
Hey, listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon. The voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
Central High School Bears on top of 101.3 The Buzz. The Cleveland High School Blue Raiders on Mix 104.1.
The Walker Valley Mustangs on Fiesta 99.1.
See the full schedule at mymix1041.com and download the free Mix 1041 app to listen and watch on your mobile device.
I'm looking forward to the evening. I'm looking forward to the night. Mermaid tonight, Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom.
I told my son to find me the nicest place to live in Cleveland. He said, Dad, there's only one place, and that's Garden Plaza. And I moved into the patio home. Everybody knows your name from day one, and there's something to do all day long if you want to participate in it. You cannot possibly be bored at Garden Plaza. It is just great, and their food is outstanding. It's out of this world. I'm so happy I'm here. Garden Plaza is it for me.
What the Tech is sponsored by Tennessee Wesleyan University Fort Sanders Nursing Department. Complete your bachelor's or master's in person or online. Learn more at tnwesleyan.edu/nursing.
In an emergency, dialing 911 takes only a few seconds, but what if you don't have time to take out your device, open the phone app, and dial the number? Or maybe you don't want someone knowing you're calling for help. Our consumer technology reporter Jamie Tucker shows us an SOS feature on every smartphone that may save someone's life.
This is an emergency feature that a lot of people don't know about, and even those that do have never set it up. But it will call 911 for you, alert your family and friends that you need help, and it will lead them or police right to you. It's called Emergency SOS. On an iPhone, quickly press the side button 5 times or simultaneously hold down the side button and a volume button for 5 seconds. When the timer hits 3, the phone sounds an alarm that just might scare away someone threatening you. When the timer hits 0, the phone dials the nearest 911 call center. It'll also notify everyone in your emergency contacts that you've called for help. In settings, select Emergency SOS. Make sure this toggle, Call with 5 presses, is turned on. And add emergency contacts to your list. They'll receive your location on a map, which will be updated if you change locations. The alarm sound can be turned off in settings if you'd rather have that option to call 911 without alerting anyone around you. Emergency SOS also works on the Apple Watch. By holding down the bottom side button for a few seconds. You will need to be able to swipe this slider to the right. On an Android phone, you'll find Safety and Emergency under Settings. If not, look for it under Advanced Features. Press the power key 3 times quickly to contact 911 and message your emergency contacts. Set up your emergency contacts on an Android phone in Safety Settings. This is a feature everyone should have set up on their phone. Remember, you can test this to see if it works, but if you do, make sure you hit cancel because it will call 911. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
All right, Mix 1041, about 5 minutes away from the top of the hour here. We're just going to go ahead and get you a full news update coming up in about 5 minutes. So stick in here with us. We got information about the high school games that's been moved from Friday night to Thursday night. That includes Bradley and Walker Valley. Details on that and other stories coming up for you in just a few minutes.
This news update is brought to you by Rick's Plumbing Service, a family-owned business specializing in new commercial and residential plumbing. Call Jason or Josh at Rick's Plumbing Service, 423-595-6143. Good morning. Let's get a check of traffic here. This Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford and Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Crews are still on the scene of what was a crash with injuries happened earlier this morning. A car versus a bicycle on the 3700 block of Keith Street. So that portion of the roadway, the southbound lanes of Keith Street, still shut down at this time. So that is going to be near the area of Chick-fil-A on Keith Street. So they are rerouting traffic onto Ocoee Crossing as they are still working to investigate that accident there. So again, the 3700 block of Keith Street, that's going to be near Chick-fil-A. The southbound lanes of Keith Street still shut down at this time. You're going to be rerouted onto Ocoee Crossing. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ritapest Mix line is 614-6499. We'll check your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast coming up. This traffic report is brought to you by L&B Appliance, your one-stop appliance shop, locally owned and operated. Durkee Road at Highway 64 in Cleveland, 423-339-3231.
I was wondering, is the Town Squire complete men's store?
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Hey, listeners, there's a new Buzz Tuesdays at noon, the voice of We the People. It's about what the H is going on in America. Tune in and call in Tuesdays on 101.3 The Buzz. A seatbelt is required for this ride.
Peyton Southeastern is hiring. You have the potential to earn over $21 an hour with new progressive pay rates, a $2 night shift premium, plus you're eligible to earn a $5,000 stay bonus. Peyton's in Cleveland has open interviews every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 a.m. and then from 1 to 3 p.m. Apply online at jobs.kroger.com to work at Peyton Southeastern in Cleveland.
At Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, the tradition was founded by Ralph and Stella Buckner and continued by Ralph Buckner Jr. and his wife, Shari Buckner. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory is a tradition of service. Ralph Buckner Funeral Home and Crematory, caring for Cleveland families whenever they need them. Visit ralphbuckner.com.
Lifetime Certified is the new buzz in town for Vehicles Direct. 12-month, 12,000-mile comprehensive warranty. Lifetime powertrain warranty. Complimentary maintenance for 1 year. Certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Love it or leave it, satisfaction guaranteed. Best trade-in value in town. Kelly Blue Book Buy Center. Vehicles Direct, South Lee Highway in Cleveland at APD 40. Visit vehiclesdirect.com.
On Mermaid's iCool and L&K mattress sets. Mermaid mattress, better price.
All right, for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, a high of 84. Partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 66. And then tomorrow, cloudy skies with rain showers with a high around 80. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 66 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, Drs. Ken and Brian Beard. Call them at 423-476-6541 or visit centerforcosmeticdentistry.com.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland studios, this is Talk 1013 The Buzz, WCLE, HD2 and 1013 FM, W267BI Cleveland.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
Fox News is next, presented by Capital Tire Service in downtown Cleveland.
News. I'm Lillian Wu. The suspect in a string of killings across Memphis is in custody, according to police.
19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly carried out these serial shootings that left 4 dead and 3 injured across 8 crime scenes. It ended in a high-speed crash after he crashed the car that he had carjacked.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. The U.S. announces more than $2 billion in new military aid for Ukraine and other European countries threatened by Russia. This coming during an unannounced visit to Kyiv by U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. The U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin also showing support for Ukraine.
This contract group needs to position itself to sustain Ukraine's brave defenders for the long haul.
Austin meeting with allies at Ramstein Air Base in Germany, where he announced a package of heavy weaponry for Ukraine. America's listening to Fox News.
The Mix 1041 News Desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
From the Logan Thompson Law News Desk, here's your news for Thursday, September 8th on Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv. From the Bradley County Sheriff's Office, 3 people have been charged with a drive-by shooting of a home in Rolling Brook that took place on June 28th. Tayshawn D. Taylor, 20, Eric A. Caraballo, 19, and Tasia L. Wright, 20, were each charged with 5 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of reckless endangerment. The arrests were a result of a joint effort from the Bradley County Sheriff's Office Fugitive Recovery Team and the Ray County Sheriff's Office. Detectives from both the Bradley County Sheriff's Office and the Cleveland City Police Department also worked the case. 2 local high schools have rescheduled their football games this week. The McMinn County Bradley Central football game has been moved to tonight at 7 p.m. at Bear Stadium. The Walker Valley Mustangs will host the Carter Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. Listen to the Bradley McMinn game on Talk 1013 The Buzz and the Walker Valley Carter game on Fiesta 99.1. You can also listen on the free Mix 1041 app. In state news, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is seeing a new trend when it comes to illegal drugs. The usage of some of the most common drugs are going down, but that's only due to others rising. The TBI said drug usage has hit a new high in the state. Heroin and cocaine have been on the decline, but that's due to drugs such as fentanyl and methamphetamine being on the rise. Just over 36% of drug lab tests in the state are related to meth. Fentanyl use in Tennessee is also sharply rising. The TBI has identified 25 different variations of fentanyl and what they call analogs that have been seized in Tennessee. Fentanyl is now the leading cause of death for people ages 18 to 45 nationwide. It surpasses suicide, COVID, and car crashes. For more on local in-state news, visit mymix1041.com. Follow us on Facebook Facebook and download our app that sends you instant notification when news breaks. For Mix 104.1, this is Emily Beatty reporting.
Mark Shepard, Shelter Insurance, 2334 Keith Street, Cleveland. Call 423-339-8777.
All right, Mix 104.1 WCLE. Welcome in here now until the 8 a.m. hour. 8:05 is your local time. This local time brought to you by your local community college, Cleveland State, where they put our community first. Visit clevelandstatecc.edu. As we're in the 8 a.m. hour, we're going to check traffic. I know we've been keeping up in the news and traffic on that earlier accident that happened at the 3700 block of Key Street, as we'll get into that in just a moment. But also want to welcome people in that's listening this morning on Talk 101.3 The Buzz, and watching anywhere around the world on the mixtv.tv platform. We hope that you have enjoyed the first hour. Let's get moving into the second hour. Bridget, going to come right over to you and check out what is going on with that traffic situation.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Crews are still working to injuries. It happened earlier this morning in the 5 o'clock hour. It was a car versus a bicycle. Life Force had to be called to the scene. Keith Street, the southbound lanes of Keith Street there in front of Chick-fil-A, still shut down at this time, so they are rerouting traffic onto Ocoee Crossing, as Keith Street, again, is still shut down this morning. So we'll be sure to keep you up to date on that. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Ridipest Mix line is 614-6499. This traffic report is brought to you by the Cleveland Family YMCA. Their annual Doggy Dip event is coming up on Saturday. We'll be there with them with a live broadcast from 10 to 12 on Saturday. The event is from 10 to 2 at the Cleveland Family YMCA outdoor pool. And for more information, you can call the Cleveland Family YMCA and ask for Rodney Murray. We're looking forward to being there with them on Saturday.
Yeah, Rodney was in the studio with me yesterday afternoon, Bridget, on the Mix Afternoon Drive. He seems very excited about this Doggy Dip that's coming up on Saturday, and we kind of joked around about it, but it really is over the past several years. It's really kind of the unofficial end of summer, you know, because the Y outdoor pool is officially closed at that point and those type things. And so the Doggy Dip kind of wraps up the Y swimming pool for the summer, and it's hard to believe that that's already here. Now, I know that you mentioned you're going to be there on Saturday. Well, I'm going to be at the 10th Annual International Cowpea Festival and Cook-Off in good old Charleston, Tennessee. We'll be there as the gates will open at 10 a.m. And great entertainment is going to take the stage at 6 o'clock on Saturday with Susie Bogus and Bridget. We're looking forward to being there with our friends, of course, Melissa Woody and everyone. This is her baby, is it not?
That's right, yeah. It's always such a fun event.
It is a fun event, and of course, what can happen here is, let's see here, we're going to give you we told you about the entertainment. The Cowpea Festival, once again, be only $5, and parking is free. Pre-sales for the cooking off tasting spatulas, which, Bridget, I think you got your spatula yesterday.
I did, yeah.
And a Cowpea t-shirt, you got one of those as well. They're going to be available now at the Cleveland Bradley Chamber of Commerce and also the Hiwassee River Heritage Center. And the funds from the Cowpea Festival, that's what helps fund the Heritage River Heritage Center, the Hiwassee River Heritage Center, get it right there, and in Charleston. So we hope that you will come out, enjoy this great community event. It's become really nationally acclaimed around here. People talk about the Cowpea Festival all the time. We hope that you will come out and be a part of it on Saturday. Gates open at 10. We'll be there with a live broadcast, and we hope to see you there. Back with more in just a moment. Mix 104.1.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna...
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
Mixed Mornings on Mix TV is Southeast Tennessee's best way to stay informed about local news, sports, weather, and community events, as well as traffic conditions. Plus, you'll never miss a minute of the latest whimsical banter and rants by the one and only Steve Hartline. Who wrote this promo? Never miss a minute. Mixed Mornings on MixTV.tv. Weekdays 7 to 9. MixTV.tv. I'm going to find out who wrote this.
From Lookout Mountain to Cleveland. From Red Bank to Collegedale. Luxury lives here.
Chattanooga Auto Square is your home for premium luxury automobiles.
And we have the largest selection in all of Chattanooga of pre-owned vehicles from every major brand.
Chattanooga Auto Square, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Infiniti.
Luxury lives here.
For those who deal with painful leg veins, Dr. Eston Winger wants you to know there is help.
Typically, most patients that come in have varying degrees of symptoms with their legs, and it could be that your legs feel heavy, your legs feel tired, your legs ache, your legs swell. And typically this is worsened as the day progresses as you're up on your legs. And most people think, oh, they're just for cosmetic reasons, but no, actually your legs can hurt by having varicose veins. The fact is that the veins are not going to go away on their own. The only way they're going to go away is by an intervention. And if they do bother you or you have questions about them, then I'd be more than happy to talk to you in consultation.
Schedule a consultation by phone 423-472-5423.
At some point in your life, you may be faced with a legal challenge, whether it be a personal injury, a business dispute, or family matter. Our goal is to overcome your legal obstacles and get your life back on track.
If you or a loved one have been injured or have legal issues confronting you and your family, talk with someone on our team. We will investigate your problem to determine the facts and the law. Working together, we can develop a plan to obtain the result you deserve.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Dale's Heating and Air today.
This is Thomas Williams with Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. Stop by today and take advantage of Bradley County's largest pre-owned inventory. Or visit cleveland-nissan.com, home of the lifetime warranty.
Remember Me Senior Care is Cleveland's first assisted living and memory care neighborhood. They specialize in assisted living for those who are still active with a community of indoor and outdoor activities. They also provide memory care living for those who are facing life with dementia. Learn more online at remembermesc.com or call their office and set up an in-person visit at 423-473-3140. Remember Me Senior Care, a culture of care your loved one deserves.
Report, and for that we'll go over to Bridget.
Okay, if you're looking for a top dermatologist without waiting for an appointment, you can skip the line, visit getcortina.com and get a board certified dermatologist to diagnose and to create a custom treatment delivered to your door. Cortina is your solution. Personalized dermatology anytime, anywhere. Visit getcortina.com. The UV index for our area today is at 8, which is very high on the scale, so extra protection needed today. Again, visit getcortina.com.
I'm going to go ahead and segue right into our Mermaid Mattress Weather Center forecast.
Tempur-Pedic and other national brands are giving special savings for Labor Day. And of course, you always save when you buy direct from our factory at Mermaid Mattress, your home for better sleep.
All right, for today, we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies, a high of 84. Partly cloudy this evening with a low of 66. And then for tomorrow, cloudy skies with occasional rain showers with a high around 80 tomorrow. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 66 degrees. This weather forecast is brought to you by Bradley Concrete and Lamcon Ready Mix, family-owned business serving Cleveland for over 40 years. Call them at 423-479-4541 or visit lamcon.us to find out more.
Well, it's tailgate season. What is the most popular tailgate food? We're going to tell you about it coming up next. But right now, it's One Republic, Mix 104.1.
A few days. Now we have a couple days to dry out and hopefully some nice temperatures.
The pick day of the day today, as you just mentioned, and Allison confirmed. Now she's here to tell us, well, you know, the weekend might not be as bad as we initially maybe thought, Allison.
Yeah, so we're still going to be dealing with some rain chances over the weekend, but it looks like some of the heaviest happening while a lot of you are going to be asleep Friday night into Saturday morning. So Getting through the day today first, though, we have our Thursday morning. We are starting off with areas of some patchy dense fog off to the east. Now, mainly seeing this in our river and stream valleys for Cherokee, Polk, Fannin, Gilmer, and Union counties. But there's also some low-level clouds that are now passing by, which also means if you're in the mountaintops, that could be translating into a little bit of fog and mist for you as well. Most of the rest of the area, though, visibility is fine as we begin the day. Now, as we talk about rain chances later on, I think we're going to stay dry this morning. So the only issue this morning will be the spots of fog. Then for the afternoon into the evening time, we'll have a couple of isolated showers. These are basically going to affect our far south and eastern communities. So almost like taking a diagonal line from Cherokee County over into northeast Alabama. That's where I had that 20% and just a little bit of a border edge of that 10% chance. If you're in Tennessee, more likely you're probably just going to stay dry today with mostly sunny skies. So really nice weather for your Thursday. So what does that look like hour by hour then? So at 10 a.m., 73 degrees. We're in the 60s right now. So it's a mild start to the day, comfortable temperatures rising up through the 70s during the morning time, hitting 79 at noon. As we take a peek at the afternoon hours, generally spent from about 80 to 85. I think we'll top out at 85 today in Chattanooga. And then for this evening, mostly sunny early on, 82 degrees at 7 p.m. and then dropping down through the 70s. Winds from the northeast today at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Pointing this out, sunrise 7:19 a.m. officially this morning and sunset at 7:58 p.m. Remember, we had that last official 8 p.m. sunset just a couple of evenings ago. Here's a breakdown then hour by hour for that chance of rainfall for any given hour. Most of them for the afternoon into the evening time are just at 10%, maybe up to that 20% chance at 5 to 6 p.m. But for a lot of locations today, it's going to be nice outside. You can enjoy your Thursday, another day to slightly dry out some. So quiet conditions right now. I'm going to pull back pretty far, and you can see for the southeast, you have this low pressure system off into the Atlantic, a trailing cold front, and that's really keeping any kind of rain and storms well away for our area today. Now, there will be a development of a low pressure system off into the Gulf. That's what's going to bring those increasing rain chances tomorrow and into the weekend. I'm going to pull back a little bit further because we have some really nice air heading our way for next week, and that's all thanks to this big cold front that you're seeing up here to the northwest. So we'll have a system down to the south of us to get through first for the weekend, and then this one's going to bring us the nice air heading into Tuesday of next week. So let's run through that for the day today. You can see that diagonal line that I mentioned. Really from about 1 o'clock onward, we'll have the chance for a couple of isolated showers here and there. Generally mostly to partly sunny skies today, so it's going to be nice outside, and again just a couple of those little pop-up showers. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy. Waking up tomorrow morning, really pretty comfortable conditions once again. It'll be tomorrow afternoon into the evening time that we start to have this moisture coming up from the south, and that's going to trigger some scattered showers and storms. It's certainly not necessarily going to be a washout for Friday night football games, but yeah, there will be a chance for some of the games to get some rainfall, especially for those that are west of Chattanooga for Friday night. Now, some of the
desk brought to you by Logan Thompson Law, a tradition of legal and community service. That's Logan Thompson Law at LoganThompsonLaw.com.
From the Logan Thompson Law News Desk, here's your news for Thursday, September 8th from the Bradley County Sheriff's Office. 3 people have been charged with a drive-by shooting of a home in Rollingbrook that took place on June 28th. Tayshawn D. Taylor, 20, Eric A. Caraballo, 19, and Tasia L. Wright, 20, were each charged with 5 counts of aggravated assault and 5 counts of reckless endangerment, and the Ray County Sheriff's Office. Detectives from both the Bradley County Sheriff's Office and the Cleveland City Police Department worked the case. 2 local high schools have rescheduled their football games this week. The McMinn County Bradley Central football game has been moved to tonight at 7 p.m. at Bear Stadium. The Walker Valley Mustangs will host the Carter Hornets tonight at 7 p.m. Listen to the Bradley McMinn game on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and the Walker Valley Carter game on Fiesta 99.1. You can also listen on the free Mix 1041 app. For Mix 1041, this is Emily Beatty reporting.
This news update is brought to you by Newlyweds Foods. Newlyweds Foods is hiring. Call them at 423-559-0909 or visit newlywedsfoods.jobs.net and search Cleveland Jobs.
All right, Mix 104.1 WCLE. Good morning out there. Going to check traffic in just a second. I know getting text messages that with the problem that's going on Key Street, some of those secondary roads, Ocoee Street, Peerless, some of those areas are experiencing some heavier than normal volume. So please prepare for a little bit of a slowdown because of the situation on Key Street. Tell you what, Bridget, let's get traffic first, and then we'll get into our celebration list since this seems to be a little bit of an issue still going on out there. So let's head over to you.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mixed Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. We have that one accident still working this morning. It was a crash with injuries that happened in the 5 o'clock hour earlier this morning. A car versus a bicycle. So Keith Street in front of Chick-fil-A, the southbound lanes still shut down at this time as they continue to investigate there. So if you're headed southbound on Keith Street, they're going to reroute you onto Ocoee Crossing. You're going to be taking a left there on Ocoee Crossing and driving past Chick-fil-A there. So again, the 3700 block of Keith Street, the southbound lanes still shut down this morning due to that earlier crash with injuries. And so again, they are rerouting onto Ocoee Crossing. We'll be sure to keep you up to date. If you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us on that same number, the HHM text line. This traffic report is brought to you by Drain Right Guttering. Call them at 423-472-7018. Online at drainrightguttering.com, the go-to gutter guys.
Yeah, and again, Bridget, it is causing some filtering over on some of those secondary roads, North Ocoee Street, also Peerless and some other roads. People said that they're experiencing a little bit more than delays than normal this morning, so just be prepared for that as folks are listening to the warning and maybe trying not to get on Key Street this morning. Time now for a check of our Simmons Bank celebration list. Bridget, who is celebrating on this Thursday?
Okay, happy birthday to Christy Goza at Bank of Cleveland today. And then Kobe Lawson is celebrating today, a first grader at Prospect Elementary in Miss Sargent's class. And his family says he is the best little brother there is. Call in your birthdays and wedding anniversaries to us. We'll take those on the volunteer Rid-A-Pest mix line, 614-6499. You can also text us at that same number, the HHM text line. You can go to our website, mymix1041.com, or download our free Mix 1041 app. It's the Simmons Bank celebration list. Simmons Bank works hard to help make their customers' dreams come true.
Well, it's time now, as we've been telling you, it's football time in Tennessee. Last week, of course, the Vols played good against Ball State. We'll see what happens this week. But also NFL going on and other things getting underway with football. And, Bridget, there is a survey out, as if we need one, telling us what the best tailgate food is. Are you ready or excited for this?
Yeah.
It says just in time to start the NFL season tonight, which the NFL does kick off tonight, a new nationwide survey finally answers those burning questions. What's America's favorite tailgate foods? Well, 100 folks from each state were asked questions, and 2/3 say burgers are still the best thing to chow down on at a tailgate party.
Okay.
Agree? Disagree?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, burger. You can't really beat a good burger. Followed by hot dogs and then chips. So those are right up there. And it says 76% of tailgaters say forgetting to bring plates. Have you ever done that? No, that's your job because
yeah,
you don't
that's
cook.
All I bring.
Yeah, I got the plates and the drinks.
Yeah.
That's me. Deserves a 10-yard penalty. So if you're one of those, you get there and you're like, who's got the plates? You've got to assign that to someone.
Yeah,
you just can't expect that somebody's going to show up. Oh, I've got them in my car. I just travel around with those. So you got to get those items that you need, like the plates. But anyway, now it says in the state of Maine, they prefer you bring pasta to the tailgate.
Wow.
Are you a pasta fan when it comes to tailgate? I like the messy. I want queso dip. I want chips. I want Chex Mix. I want a hot dog, a hamburger, barbecue. I'm not eating no pasta at a tailgate. I'm sorry.
Finger foods at a tailgate.
Yeah.
It's not really pasta.
Yeah, but Maine, we always knew they're a little different. Now, it says South Dakota, they like using crock pots for their tailgating events.
Okay.
And then it says no one voted to bring salads to a tailgate party. So if you think it's a good idea to say, I will bring the salad, then that will be your last time at that tailgate, I'm sure.
Yeah, it won't be invited anymore.
So there you go. Looks like burgers and dogs and chips are king, which really should be no surprise. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Mix 104.1 WCLE.
I went to getcortina.com and filled out a secure consultation form. Within 24 hours, I received a full diagnosis of my skin condition and a custom Cortina prescription directly tailored for my skin. So stop trying to cover up your rosacea. Clear it up with Cortina at getcortina.com.
Need a metal roof for your home or business? Come see us at Best Buy Metals, a leading manufacturer of metal roofing products. Looking for great service? Check. Want to choose from a wide variety of metal roofing products? Check. How about complimentary takeoffs and free estimates for commercial and residential projects? Check and check. From small orders to semi-loads, we've got you covered. Literally. Best Buy Metals. Quality roofing that lasts a lifetime. Come see us today.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Serenity Funeral Homes. Convenient, caring, affordable. Cleveland's most affordable funeral home. Completely remodeled. Offering cremations as low as $5.95. Funerals, $15.95. SerenityofCleveland.com. When trust matters most.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of the relationship that I've developed with my care team.
They take me directly back and start evaluating my needs.
I choose Direct Primary Care Associates because of its flexibility, and so should you.
DPCA. Practice made perfect.
This season, MixTV.tv is spotlighting high schools in our area. Join me, Ryan Lovelace, as we travel around Southeast Tennessee talking to coaches and teams about their upcoming season. It's the Southeast Tennessee Football Spotlight Series presented by Life Care Centers of America. Watch now at MixTV.tv. Never miss a minute.
Feed your happy. Tax not included. Available for a limited time at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price of participation may vary.
Mix 104.1 WCLE and MixTV.tv. Bridget, you've got a big broadcast coming up on Sunday of this week. Tell me about it.
That's right. Our friends at Paws and Claws here in Cleveland, they are now open for boarding and doggy daycare. They are celebrating their grand opening with an open house on Sunday from 2 to 5. They're located at 5559 North Lee Highway in Cleveland. So I'll be there with a live broadcast beginning at 2 o'clock. This is on Sunday, the big open house at Paws and Claws, located 5559 North Lee Highway in Cleveland. That's going to be just north of Tasso Lane there. So we hope to see you out there on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time out there. All right. So right now, I'd like to get an air quality update from you, Bridget. What is going on with our air quality today?
Okay, it's brought to you by Dale's Heating and Air. Air quality for our area today is good. Pollen count is high today. Dale's Heating and Air, service you can trust, 423-509-8787. Just call Dales.com.
All right, moving right along here as we're approaching that half-hour point in this 8 a.m. hour. Traffic still very busy out there on those secondary roads. Please be careful. Have a little patience this morning from that earlier accident on Key Street. Key Street southbound there by Chick-fil-A is still shut down, so that is causing some delays on some of those secondary roads. Let's go inside your Mermaid Mattress Weather Center.
You think the mattress business is competitive? You bet it is, and no matter how many out-of-town chains come to town, Mermaid Mattress will always be your local place to get a better mattress at a better price.
All right, for today, partly to mostly cloudy skies, a high around 85, partly cloudy this evening with a low of 66. And then for tomorrow, cloudy skies with occasional rain showers with a high of 80. Your current Simply Bank temperature is 67 degrees.
This Mix 104.1 weather forecast is sponsored by Life Care Center of Cleveland, celebrating more than 45 years of serving the needs of the aging community. Life Care Center of Cleveland.
All right, now 8:30, which means it's time for a check of sports from the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. This sports update is brought to you by Solutions Finance.
Solutions Finance of Tennessee, your hometown lender. Locally owned and operated. Loans for used cars, motorcycles, ATVs, home improvement, furniture and appliance purchases, and other worthwhile purpose. Solutions Finance. Keith Street, phone 339-6772.
All right, here we are inside the CHI Memorial Sports Desk. CHI Memorial, Imagine Better Health and Memorial Convenient Care right here in Cleveland, located on Paul Hood Parkway. They are open 7 days a week. CHI Memorial, hello, human kindness. Well, we're going to start off with what we've been talking about in news and in sports news as well, which is the change of a couple of our high school football games. If you've not heard as of yet, Bradley Central High School, their matchup against McMinn County High School at Bear Stadium tonight, as the Bears and the Cherokees, one of the longest running rivalries in the state of Tennessee, will happen tonight under Thursday night lights because of some possible weather situations tomorrow evening. They moved the game to tonight at Bear Stadium. So we look forward to bringing you the game live on Talk 101.3 The Buzz and anywhere around the world on the free Mix 104.1 app, as you can click Listen Now to Talk 101.3 The Buzz and catch the game with our broadcasters Gary, Earl, and Brian, as they will be there at Bear Stadium. Now, that also prompted Walker Valley with that weather forecast to say, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and move our game to Thursday night as well. This coming in yesterday afternoon. They'll be hosting Harder High School. It is their home opener for Walker Valley High School, so they're very excited about this tonight, hoping that a huge crowd turns out. I know the band will perform and all these things, so people are very excited about that. Now, that game will be a 7:30 kickoff on the Thursday night at Walker Valley High School. Andy and Jacob with the call on Sports 99.1 and anywhere around the world on that free Mix 104.1 app as well. Click Listen Now to 99.1. Now, going back to the Bradley game, keep in mind that kickoff is 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, Bradley McMinn, 7:30, Walker Valley Carter. Keep those two things in mind. Tickets for these contests available along with Cleveland High School, which, oh, by the way, keeping their game on Friday night. They told us that is pretty much a locked-in deal. It will be tomorrow night, of course. Too late to change it now. They will be tomorrow night. Tickets available for all home games at the Town Squire. Go by and check those tickets out today. Walker Valley fans, we were told that the Monogram Market has tickets as well as gobbles for Walker Valley, so you can check that out. But Larry of the Town Squire, they're coming to see you today, buddy. These people want to get these tickets. Don't stand in line. Get the tickets early. Now, here's another caveat to what is happening tonight with football. Now, we are covering middle school football, one spotlight game per middle school for Cleveland, Ocoee, and then Lake Forest. Tonight was our spotlight on Ocoee Middle School. They're taking on Chattanooga Christian. That game is still going to happen, but they have moved the time up to 5 o'clock. Corey Lindbergh, principal of Ocoee Middle School, says, look, the game will be at 5 o'clock. Be there, and we're going to cover the game live on mixtv.tv. That was the plan all along before they moved the games to Thursday night, but we bumped up the time, 5 p.m. There at Walker Valley High School. That's where Ocoee plays football, and that will be tonight, 5 o'clock, there at the field or on mixtv.tv. Tell parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles everywhere around the world they can watch that game live on mixtv.tv. Looking forward to bringing you that with our friends there. Looking forward to doing that for you tonight. Now, also from Corey Lindbergh, he gave me some more information, not only about the game, the football game being at 5 o'clock. He says that Ocoee will also be hosting at Walker Valley High School Lake Forest in tennis and in softball. Those two matchups will be at 5 p.m. as well. So 3 things going on at one time. Middle school football. Also, we're going to be having Lake Forest in tennis and Lake Forest in softball taking on Ocoee Middle at Walker Valley, the complex there. And they are also conducting a toiletry drive at the games tonight, and they hope that you will come by and drop off your toiletry items or raising those for families in need from Ocoee Middle School. So please consider bringing some toiletry items with you. Drop it off at the gates, either at the football game, the softball game, or also there at the at the other contest that's going on, the tennis match there tonight. So that's got that. All right, let's move on to other things now. What about this? It was the Atlanta Braves taking 2 out of 2 against the Oakland A's, 7-3 with a win yesterday. The Braves, for a short period of time, was tied in the NL East with the New York Mets, but the Mets played a doubleheader and won both of them. So the Mets now a half game up in the NL East in this final month of the season. Let's give you some tennis news from the U.S. Open. Carlos Alcaraz advances to the semifinals in one of the longest matches in Open history. Took over 5 hours for that match. And then the young phenom Francis Tiafoe advances to the semifinals, the first American to do so in men's action in U.S. Open's semifinals since 2006. And then top-seeded Iga Świątek, I think I said that right, Świątek, over American Jessica Pegula in another semifinal matchup in women's action there yesterday. Finally, in sports, it's NFL action tonight as well as they kick off the regular season. We are very excited about this for the first time ever. We will carry Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night NFL games either on Mix 104.1 or Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Tonight it's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Super Bowl champs LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. Guess who the halftime entertainment is? No other than Ozzy Osbourne coming off the Crazy Train. He will be there for your halftime entertainment. Kickoff set for 8:20 tonight right here on Mix 104.1. Again, for the first time ever, we'll have Monday night, Sunday night, Thursday night NFL games either on Mix or Talk 101.3 The Buzz. Very excited to now have that relationship. That is it. Thursday night football for Bradley and Walker Valley. Friday night football for Cleveland. Ocoee Middle School football tonight. MixTV.tv, 5 o'clock. That's a wrap. Tickets available, Town Squire, all those things that you need to know. That is the CHI Memorial Sports Desk update. This update has been sponsored by Solutions Finance. We'll be back in just a moment. Mix 104.1 WCLE.
It's time for Bradley County to start talking about fentanyl. Did you know in 2021 there were over 20 overdose deaths related to fentanyl in our town? ATS The Bridge is committed to educating and spreading awareness about drug abuse and bring a message of hope to our community. Our community is worth it. Even if substance abuse is the last thing to worry about with your kid, their awareness can help save a friend. For more info, visit atsthebridge.org. ATS The Bridge, speaking out against drugs, speaking up with a message of hope. Visit atsthebridge.org.
Central High School Bears on Talk 101.3 The Buzz.
The Cleveland High School Blue Raiders on Mix 104.1.
The Walker Valley Mustangs on Fiesta 99.1.
See the full schedule at mymix1041.com and download the free Mix 1041 app to listen and watch on your mobile device.
I'm looking forward to the evening. I'm looking forward to the night. Mermaid tonight, Mermaid Mattress Factory and Showroom.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here with great service.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come get huge Nissan savings when you shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and Cleveland-Nissan today. Home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
Bender Realty is proud to have 3 agents who've been in real estate for over 40 years. The experts at Bender Realty don't just live here, they volunteer and contribute to the community in our area.
Our involvement in the community of who being able to reach out to, whether it's city planner, county planner, economic development committee, to help you bring new businesses into the Cleveland area. We're all involved and we're able to keep up with what's going on and what's coming into Cleveland.
If you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or rent, trust your friends at Bender Realty. 472-2173. Bender-Realty.com. Be home with Bender Realty. Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
Cleveland Tire is ready to help your auto any way it can. We're one of the largest providers of Goodyear brand tires in the area. We sell all major brand tires. We have ASE certified mechanics on staff 6 days a week. We also have a commercial truck tire center that provides 24-hour roadside service and minor mechanical repairs on site. We have built our reputation on years of quality, affordable work and tires. We pride ourselves in customer satisfaction and great service. Cleveland Tire Center.
Hands. You might think they're just for waving, but they can be used for all kinds of things, like making made-from-scratch biscuits at Hardee's.
Bite into the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal only at Hardee's.
This is John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and we will overpay for your old car today. High mileage, cosmetic issues, that's okay. Rusted, busted, can't be trusted, all trade-ins are welcome. Just bring us your old car as is. Don't even wash it. You'll be shocked of how much I'm willing to pay for your old car in any condition. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man for Kia Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where selling your car is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford. I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
15 minutes away from 9 o'clock here on a Thursday morning. Time for some in-studio interviews that we're going to do here for the next 15, 20 minutes. Several guests going to drop by and see us here in this last 30 minutes. Now, some movers and shakers in our community are going to be the first up this morning because these guys, they're all over the place. Everywhere I go, no matter if it's an open house event or if it's something going on that's just a lot of fun, I find one of these two guys at those events. I was in Ringo, Georgia. I saw Bud there. I was at an open house event, and I saw Jim there. So let's go ahead and welcome in these two movers and shakers. Bud Kinches is here with us, and Jim Veenstra is here. And they're going to talk to us about Judgment Day, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first of all, good morning to both of you. Bud, Jim, how you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Fantastic. Made it in through the traffic.
Traffic has been a little heavy this morning.
Thanks for your warnings.
Yes, thank you.
Definitely busy out there. Well, Bud, let's start off with you first, and then we're going to bring Jim in just a second. Mm-hmm. When we say the word Judgment Day, as far as what you guys are going to be discussing, tell me about it.
So the best way to describe it is Judgment Day is a what we're calling a walk-through theatrical experience. So it's a play, a production, but instead of sitting in an auditorium and watching a stage, everything happen on stage, you're actually going to be put in a group and you're going to walk through from scene to scene to scene. So it kind of puts the audience in the middle of all the action. I mean, the actors will be this close to you, and it's just a really unique way of doing theater. And so our story follows the lives of two groups of young people, and you see how the choices they make have consequences, earthly consequences as well as eternal. So really what we're doing is preaching the gospel from a different pulpit. And Jim has been absolutely incredible. He is directing with me and helping me learn, because this is my first time. And so that's what we're here to talk about today. We need people. So,
all right, Jim, good morning to you. Whenever you think about what you guys are doing, Jim is definitely the man. I mean,
absolutely.
You teamed up with the right gentleman there. So, Jim, tell me from your perspective what we want to get out this morning.
We want to announce that tonight we're having auditions over at the Village Green. If you go into the mall area, you can't help but see us. We're in a new Christian television studio there. They've allowed us to utilize some space, and we'll have auditions there. If you're interested in either participating off stage or you want to be one of these actors, we need dozens and dozens of people, obviously, for something like this to take place. The actual teenagers, adults, we need people who are going to be guides, we need people who are going to help with parking, you name it. We need people. And so tonight we're actually having a second audition time from 5:30 to 7:30. It's informal. You walk in, you interview, do a very brief improvisational activity, and then we take some notes and we get back in touch with you.
That's good stuff. Again, they're talking about Judgment Day. Bud, tell me, when will this take place? I know we're getting some people tonight trying to get these spots filled.
Yeah.
But when will actually this production be in place?
So we are doing it October 28th through the 31st on the campus. Yep, on the campus of North Cleveland Church of God. I've got to give a huge shout out to my church. They've been great in allowing us to have the space there at the church to use and everything. So we're really excited. I'll just run down the times real quick. Friday night will be 5 to 9 p.m. Saturday will be 1 to 5. It'll kind of be like matinee time. Sunday 5 to 9, and then Monday. And yes, I know it's Halloween night and Cleveland Block Party and all of that, but we'll be doing it 5 to 10. We're going to keep the doors open an extra hour. Okay. And, I encourage people, go to the block party, have fun, and then just work your way up the street there. Pray for good weather those 4 days and come and see us. And we'll have people out there that night at the block party handing out flyers. So, and let me say, too, it's a free event, no tickets. We will have limited capacity each night, and we'll be able to post those numbers as we get everything locked down on our social media, so you can follow us there, and we'll say, we can take this many people each night. And it is PG-13, so 12 and under are welcome, but just like the movies, parent and guardian will be, we'll ask them to accompany the 12 and under crowd. So
good stuff. Again, we're with our friends Bud and Jim talking about Judgment Day. Jim, back over to you. Again, really no. You don't have to been in a play or anything before, no acting skills. You just want to be able to come out and be a part of the community.
Trust me, I'll work with you. If you're interested in being involved in a ministry like this, and it is a ministry activity, we are talking about Judgment Day.
Sure.
And we're talking about the opportunity of being able to have an impact on somebody else's life and the choices that they make. If you're unable to make it tonight between 5:30 and 7:30, you can come in next Wednesday or Thursday between 5:30 and 7:30, and we'll be there doing the same sort of thing. We'll also begin to do some of our actual rehearsals with individuals.
So all ages, you're looking, when I say all ages, teenagers, adults, you needing all these people. And again, if acting's not your forte per se, or being a part of that, you need people to help with parking, tour guides, all these things.
Costuming, makeup, lighting, sound, media, you name it. We can put you to work in trying to help people find the right way.
And the good thing about this, whatever age groups you're talking about, it's good to be involved, especially if you're younger. This is part of a resume builder. Whenever you get ready to put things down, you could say, I participated in this, and this is what I was able to accomplish in this. So there's good opportunities for younger people that want to get involved in this type thing moving forward. So definitely the high school age kids that are in parts of programs. We have some great high school programs here that does plays and things like that. So please consider getting involved with this. All right, Bud, before we go, I know that you brought some props here that we want to use our text line to give away some stuff. Am I right?
Yes, and let me say one thing, Dwayne, very quickly. I forgot to mention, if anyone listening or watching has Lee students, we have actually got permission from the Leonard Center. If they come and act or help, they can get service hours. Awesome. And so I did want to forget to mention that. So again, Lee University students who are listening, or parents, siblings, let your Lee students know they can get service hours through the Leonard Center. It's been approved. But yes, so this is some of our merch that we're giving that we wanted to give away today. So just real quick, go through this. We have our Judgment Day coffee blend. So we were able to tag team with M & Coffee to come up with our own unique blend. And we're selling this to raise funds, but we're giving away a couple bags today. And then we have our Judgment Day tumblers. So it's hot and cold, and it has our logo on it. And then, as Jim was showcasing earlier, our shirt, it's got Judgment Day on the front, and then our scripture and website on the back. And so I think we're going to have you guys do the texting to give that away however you want. But If you love the coffee, just reach out to us through social media. If you want more, it's $12 a bag, and all the funds go to help us. So.
All right, so good stuff there. So, Bridget, tell me what we're going to do. You've been the one that's finally getting this text line stuff started. We've got a couple of bags of Judgment Day Special Blend coffee, a tumbler, a couple of T-shirts. I guess we'll just maybe take the first 5 people that text us on the HHM text line. Does that sound good?
Yeah, 614-6499.
All right, so there you go. We got 5 different prizes. A couple, if you're a coffee person, I would want to get on it first. Mm-hmm. And if you're a coffee person, just say coffee. That way we'll know that's the one that you really would like to have, and we'll make sure you get that blend because you said this is the only place in the world that's available. Is this coffee blend is through you?
Correct. It's Colombian, Ethiopian, and Brazilian, and so my coffee expert drinkers say it's like a medium roast. So
gotcha.
There you go.
All right, so good stuff. But Jim, so thankful to have you guys in. Thanks for everything that you guys do in the community. I was cutting up at the beginning saying, but you guys are everywhere in the community doing good things. Quickly, Bud, I just want you to tell us about your other thing that you do for a living, just to kind of work us through real quick.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good News Christian Magazine, celebrating 10 years in the community. We're a monthly publication, so right now we're working on our October issue, filling it up with fall festivals and things like that are going on. So you can reach out to me, 650-2801. Of course, businesses too. Lots of great businesses that work with us. So, and we're always wanting to meet new people as well, of course. So thank you for that.
All right, just wanted to get a plug in there. Jim and Bud, thanks so much for coming in. Again, the HHX text line, 614-6499. The first 5 people, you can choose coffee, the tumbler, the 2 T-shirts. We'll leave them here. You can pick them up. So text us right now, 614-6499, and get that special blend of coffee. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
Heaviest rain happening Friday night through Saturday morning. You can see that low pressure system down to the south and that pushing and lifting across our area. Now, once we get after about 8-9 a.m. on Saturday, though, that more widespread coverage of rainfall is going to be north of us at that point. Now, there will still be some on and off showers through the day on Saturday, but it does look like a lot of the daylight hours will just have that hit or miss activity, so some locations being able to stay dry, but we will be dealing with the clouds across the area. On Sunday, some additional scattered showers and storms are going to be possible. Here comes that front getting a little bit closer to us, and that's going to bring in that nicer air. So when I talk about the nicer air, let's look at Monday. Still that green color indicating that higher humidity. Here's Monday night, that cold front passing over us Monday night into Tuesday morning, and that's going to bring that drier, a little bit more fall-like air just about a week until we get to fall when we're talking about Tuesday of next week. But first, for your Thursday to get through today, 85, mostly sunny, just a few showers to the southeast. As we look ahead to tonight, 67, partly cloudy and mild northeast wind at 5 miles per hour. And then tomorrow, 81, partly sunny, some scattered PM showers, winds from the southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we'll put it all together with your 7-day forecast. So 40% on Friday, 60% on Saturday, but a lot of that happening early on Saturday morning and a 50% on Sunday. And then really beautiful weather to come on Tuesday and Wednesday. So kind of for the weekend as you're making plans, not a complete washout. It does look like the greatest rain coverage now happening on Saturday before 8 a.m. Of course, that could still change, so I don't want people to be like, Allison, you know. But at least we're trending in a better direction, right, Paul?
We are trending in that direction, and it's great news for me. I mean, you mentioned it was a personal note, but I quit golf yesterday, so
I know. So he doesn't have to worry. He doesn't have to worry about the tee time on Saturday now. So we're good.
He'll be back at it tomorrow.
I know.
I'm still.
There are a lot of banks, so what makes Southern Heritage Bank unique? It's our commitment to being unbelievably good as we identify and meet your needs. Stop by one of our 5 locations in Cleveland or Chattanooga and let us show you the difference our customers have come to expect. We strive to offer the latest banking technology, mobile wallet, online account opening, mobile banking with bill pay, and ATMs that allow cash or check deposit. All available 24/7 with a local community bank. Southern Heritage Bank, a division of First Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Hands. You might think they're just for waving, but they can be used for all kinds of things, like making made-from-scratch biscuits at Hardee's.
Bite into the new 2 for $5 breakfast deal only at Hardee's.
We're here at Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland.
We are here
with great service.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here.
We're here with great deals. We're here for you.
So come get huge Nissan savings when you shop Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland and Cleveland-Nissan today. Home of the exclusive lifetime warranty.
All right, Mix 104.1 WCLE. We'll get a full news update coming up for you here at the top of the hour in about 7 minutes. But right now, what has been a problem most of the morning has been traffic. And forgive us the latest update on that. We're going to go over to Bridget.
Okay, this Don Ledford Cleveland Mix Highway Patrol report is brought to you by Don Ledford in Cleveland. They are your exclusive home of Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, located on North Lee Highway, and anytime at donledford.com. Still seeing a bit of a slowdown right there in the middle of town in the 3700 block of Keith Street. There was an accident that happened earlier this morning in the 5 o'clock hour, a car versus a bicycle there. Life Force had to be called in, and so they have been there investigating that accident. So again, that is the 3700 block of Keith Street. That's going to be near the area of Chick-fil-A. So be aware of that as you drive this morning. As always, if you see a traffic problem, give us a call. The volunteer Rid-A-Pest Mix line is 614-6499. You can also text us on that same number, the HHM text line.
All right, that is going to be our traffic update there. We're going to stay put right here. We got some special guests in the studio, and we're going to welcome them in right now. One of the things that we always love to talk about here is the Ocoee Region FCA. We've got the area director here with us this morning, along with some other friends. Matt Moore is going to be joining us again, the area director for the Ocoee Region FCA. And we also have other guests with us. We got John Dixon here, Stephanie Green, Dr. Brian Beard is here, of course, with the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, and we're going to welcome everybody in. Good morning. Matt, let's turn off with you, sir. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Just glad to get here safely this morning.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a mess out there, hasn't it?
Yeah. I know everybody's kind of been stuck in it, so we're happy to be here this morning, though.
Well, now we got a couple of different things that we're going to talk about. Of course, one of the things we're going to be mentioning is the Ocoee FCA Coach and Athlete of the Month, presented by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. Dr. Brian Beard's here for that. Brian, how are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
Well, I know this is something that you guys are presenting. Tell me why the FCA is such an important thing for you.
Well, growing up, we were always part of FCA. My family, my brother, sister, and even my dad was part of FCA back in those years. So FCA has been a real integral part of our life from the time when I was at Bradley Junior all the way through Bradley High School.
You know, it is something that I've found out over the past 8 or 9 years I've been a part of the station. It is something very, very rewarding for adults and the kids and children that participate in, the young adults that participate in it. We're going to come over now and talk to John Dixon. Now, John, did you tell me you've been a part of a past president or something on the FCA? Did I hear that in the beginning?
Well, I've been a part of FCA for 60 years.
60 years, okay.
I was one of and due to the influence of Steve Sloan.
Wow.
I heard him speak in 62 and said, wow, you mean you can be a Christian and an athlete at the same time? And so I went to college and became involved in FCA there, and I've been a huddle leader in camps and on the FCA board, and I just realized the influence and what FCA can do to lives not only of individual players, but coaches and families as well.
All right, well, let's bring in Stephanie Green with FCA as well. Stephanie, tell me about your involvement and what FCA means for you.
Well, I'm on staff with FCA here. I'm an area rep for Bradley and Polk counties, and so I cover the high school and middle schools here, which is a lot of territory, but hopefully we can get some more, of course, with Matt and possibly a new employee soon. We can get some help. But a cool fact about Coach Dixon here is he is the coach that pulled me into FCA when I was in high school.
Wow.
Back in the 80s and 90s, he sent me to FCA camp where my life was changed for Christ. So
that's so awesome.
Yes.
I mean, just to see the how it's transpired is
Yes.
awesome here today. Well, let's come back over to Matt Moore, Area Director for the Ocoee Region FCA. Matt, tell me how do people get involved with FCA? You know, we hear about it. We know it's a great program. Tell us how people and coaches and everybody's involved.
Yeah, great question. One of the easiest ways, if a student is on campus, if you're listening and your middle school or high school student is on their campus, there is a huddle for them to meet at. There are coaches that volunteer that help create a space for them to meet weekly, to pray, to be encouraged. That was a big thing for me when I went to Bradley as a high school student. Was FCA was a place where, for me, there were other people around me that were encouraging to me, that helped keep me on the right track, to keep me out of trouble, but also to encourage me. And I know for students these days, it is so difficult to find your place with anxiety, all the things that have gone on. We've seen that multiply through COVID of just how hard it is for a student to feel connected, to be a part of something. And so for a student to do that, they can go to our website, they can reach out to us, or they can go to any of the campuses in our region, from Meigs, Bradley, Polk, McMinn. Every campus has an FCA on their campus where they can be plugged in and be encouraged every week. Now, for an adult, if you're an adult in the community, like, hey, how can I be a part? We have a thing called Character Coaches, where we have volunteers from the community. We do background checks on you, and then we help find a place for you to serve in the community with a team. It may mean that you're holding water for the coaches at football practice. It may mean that you're giving a devotion. But what coaches want, I believe, is every coach would say this, they want to have a great culture. Every coach would say they want to have a great culture on their team, but there's so many things pushing against that. And sometimes it just means there's someone that's on the sideline that's for the student beyond what their performance is on the field or in the classroom. Someone cares about them, and that's what we really care about. Yes, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, it's a lifetime investment.
Yes.
So you see that here, where Coach Dixon invests into Stephanie Green, who now is investing into students across our community. And so that's the thing we want to see. So if there's adults that are interested in being a character coach, they can email me at mmoore@fca.org, and I would love to get them connected to what we're doing and help give them some training and help them get connected to our teams. And it's not just a one-time show up for a season, but we want them to be invested with a coach for a duration, with a graduating class, that they begin to look at a group of students saying, these are mine, and I care about these young people. And those young people are the ones that see them in their spaces of life, say, I want to do like what Dr. Beard's doing, or I want to do what Stephanie's doing, or I want to see what this lawyer or what business person that wants to care and pour back in. So we'd love to have that. Yeah.
So good stuff right there. So definitely reach out and be a part of the Ocoee Region FCA. Now, are we going to be announcing some Coach and Athlete of the Month today? That's
not today.
That's not today.
Okay. But today is the kickoff for that. And
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have some radio spots coming. There's going to be a way on the Mix website to nominate your. We want this from the community.
Okay.
We want the community to nominate their coach. So that, again, Ocoee Region covers Bradley, Polk, Meigs, McMinn. So if you have a coach from middle school, high school, and even our collegiate coaches that has been an influence and encouragement, that you've seen them doing something great, because our coaches do great things all the time. It's far greater than the wins and losses, or if my kid plays or doesn't play. We're looking for people that we want to highlight the good things that are happening in our community. And we've got great people that are doing great things. And so if your son or daughter has been influenced, or you have been encouraged by a coach, we want you to go on the website and nominate them, so that we can have, because we'll have this at the end of every month, we're going to announce who those folks are, we're going to have them on the radio, and we're going to hear their story. And goodness, don't we need to hear some good stuff?
Man, that's good stuff.
And there's a lot of good things happening in our community. And so part of my role, I believe, as a director, is let's connect those dots. Let's find those people that are doing good things. Let's see what God's doing in our community, and let's highlight it and talk about it. So we want those coaches to be nominated. But we also want those athletes too, because there's young people on our teams. They may not be the starter, but they may be the guy or girl that's serving water on their team. They may be the one that stays late after practice and encourages their coaches, and nobody sees it. So coaches or parents, if you see that athlete, we want to nominate them, and it's across the board, middle school, high school, and college. If you see them, we want to tell their story too. Because maybe one person, we should highlight that one person, maybe encourages somebody else to do something good too.
You get that chain reaction going there, like we're seeing here in the studio this morning. Now, Bridget, you were mentioning to me before the interview started that this is going to be up on our social media platform. Commercials are going to start running today, and people will be able to do that.
Yeah, you'll be able to nominate at mymix1041.com.
All right, so again, be looking for that. We're going to be announcing those monthly, as we'll look for a coach and an athlete, and they will be our Coach and Athlete of the Month, presented by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry. We appreciate Dr. Beard being here this morning, helping kick this off. And Matt, I know there's something else that we just want to briefly mention.
Yeah,
I know we got a golf tournament coming up.
Yeah, there's a couple things coming up. One, we do have our golf tournament on October 17th. That allows us to do ministry in our schools and support our staff and bring new staff in. So if you're interested in being on our golf tournament, go to our website, ocoeefca.org. We'd love for you to be a part. You can be a whole sponsor. You can bring your team. There's nothing better than playing out at the country club. We got 2 flights at 8 o'clock and at 12 o'clock. We'd love for you to be a part of that. If you're in the community, it's a great way for you to support and a great way to say, hey, I need to be in the office today, and you can go play some golf. So that's a great thing for us to do. And then another big thing that we have.
We're just going to sign up Steve.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
For a week.
Yeah. Sign him up for both flights. Just put him to work. But another thing we have coming up, which is really big, we haven't done this since 2019, is that we're gathering in McMinn County and in Bradley County for a thing called Fields of Faith, where our students come together across the community. Our youth pastors and our churches come across all those little party lines. The two things that kind of separate our community in some ways are the rivalries between our schools and honestly the rivalries between our churches. We build little castles on these places, but we're meant to be a kingdom. And so I think what would change our community and what can help change our community is that we come together. And so Fields of Faith, FCA is an umbrella for that.
Yes.
That we can say, hey, our heart is to see God do a work in our community. So on the 21st of September, it's happening at McMinn County High School, and at the 28th in Bradley County, we're having that those Wednesday nights from 5:30 to about 8 o'clock. There's going to be a tailgate party. Sam Landreth, David Landreth's son, has come to share. He does an incredible job, and we can't wait for what's happening. Ben Garcia is going to be doing worship for us at the one at Bradley. So we're excited about those two things. So if you're a young person or a family, you're probably, if you're not in class, probably listen to this, but moms and dads, you want your students to be a part of that. If your youth pastor doesn't know about it, we want them to be a part of this thing because we need to be together. There's enough things separating us. Let us be together. Let's do some work. Because our community, man, I think we have so many great people in our community. Some people that want to do great things. I talk to our youth pastors. They want to see the unity. Our students are asking, saying, man, we think God's going to bring something amazing, some kind of revival, and it has to come with us being together. Let's up from the front of it, let's remove those barriers and let's do some things for the kingdom. So that's why I love like Dr. Beard being here, who he's a business owner, but he loves the Lord. Sure. And we have so many people in our community that are doing those same things. So if people want to come support what we're doing, again, email me at mmore@fca.org or call me at 423-790-4199. I'd love to take that call and hear from you and how you can come be a part of what we're doing for our community.
All right, good stuff this morning. Again, look a little bit later today. We would love for you to nominate a coach or athlete for the month presented by the Center for Cosmetic Dentistry, and we're going to be announcing those on a monthly basis, right, Matt?
Yeah, and I can't wait. I mean, to hear those stories, I can't wait for them to come in, so nominate away, and we're going to tell stories from all over our region. I can't wait.
Good stuff right there. As we close here this morning, anybody else, John, Dr. Beard, Stephanie, anybody else got anything that's on your mind that you would like to say to our listening audience this morning? Go ahead, John. We'll start with
John
you.
will talk.
Yeah, he'll do it. He's ready.
Come on, John.
I just, as a longtime FCAer, I can assure you that any dollar or whatever invested in FCA or any time spent is time that has a possibility of being a lifetime influence on our kids. And I've seen it happen in over 60 years so many times. I can tell you 1,000 examples, but it works. And these guys are plugging kids in, so glad to be here.
Coach, it was good to meet you this morning. Good to meet you as well, Stephanie. I would say it's good to see Dr. Beard, but I got to give you a little bit of Steve stuff. Right?
That's right.
You were coming in waiting for those kidney punches this morning.
That's right. Yeah, this has been easy.
It was more about the interview instead of punching each other. Right?
Yeah.
Good stuff there. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks, Mix 104. We appreciate you guys so much for what you do for our community, and we're grateful for the opportunity to do this for our community.
Look forward to having you guys in for the first time and getting those stories like you mentioned.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good stuff.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, thanks so much. I'll be looking for that a little bit later today on our social media platforms. You'll hear the commercials here also on Mix 104.1. We'll take just a quick break. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Did you know 4 out of every 10 pills contain a potential lethal dose of fentanyl? 2 salt-sized grains of fentanyl can kill. Talk to your kids today about the risks of fentanyl. ATS The Bridge, speaking out against drugs, speaking up with a message of hope. Visit atsthebridge.org today.
Wholesale Supply Group, you've heard the name for years. The experts trust them, and you should too. Whether you're building, remodeling, or just maintaining your home, Wholesale Supply Group has all the plumbing, electrical, and HVAC products you need to supply any project. With great brands like Delta, Kohler, Rinnai, Mansfield, Progress Lighting, Square D, GE, and Milwaukee, Wholesale Supply has everything you need. Check out the locations in Cleveland, Chattanooga, Athens, Dayton, Madisonville, Dalton, and Chatsworth. Online, wholesalesupply.us. And remember, Wholesale Supply is open to the public.
From Lookout Mountain to Cleveland, from Red Bank to Collegedale, luxury lives here.
Chattanooga Auto Square is your home for premium luxury automobiles.
And we have the largest selection in all of Chattanooga of pre-owned vehicles from every major brand.
Chattanooga Auto Square, Jaguar, Land Rover, Porsche, Infiniti.
Luxury lives here.
Save a bundle at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress. Furniture, mattresses, and decor. The more you buy, the more you save. Up to 40% off. Create a bundle, a sofa and chairs, end tables, a recliner, lamps and rugs, an entire room. Up to 40% off. Create a custom bundle and watch the savings grow. Up to 40% off. Look for Take Me Home Today tags. Bundle in-stock items. Special financing is available. Bundle and save at Eller & Owen's Furniture and Mattress.
Dr. Eston Winger specializes in varicose vein surgery to help you live a fuller life.
Most everything that we do for varicose vein disease is done here in the office, and so a hospital stay is not required. We take most insurances here, and most vein procedures are covered by insurance, which most people don't realize. Or make an appointment, and I'd be happy to talk to you and evaluate your legs.
Schedule a consultation by phone, 423-472-5423.
You need money overnight? Check into cash. Your time is tight. .com. Bank accounts too low? Check into cash. So where do you go? .com. Do it online in a record time. It's the easy way to get money next day. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. You can be sure it's secure from our bank straight to yours. Do a quick click from home at checkintocash.com. Boom, boom.
Counties and also communities down into Georgia and Tennessee getting a little bit more sunshine. I'm Local 3 meteorologist Allison Pryor.
Right now, your current Simply Bank temperature standing at 66 degrees.
Broadcasting from the Kia of Cleveland Studios, this is Mix 104.1 WCLE, Calhoun, Cleveland, Athens. Free Mix 104.1 app at mymix1041.com.
The top of the hour is presented by Best Buy Metals, making sure the top of your house is the best it can be. BestBuyMetalRoofing.com.
All right, Mix 104.1 WCLE as we're 11 minutes after 9 o'clock. Our final Mix morning interview on the radio and also on MixTV.tv as we stick in here to let you know what is going on. We've got Lisa Poe-Jones in the studio with us this morning, and she's here to talk about some recruitment for Cub Scouts and also Boy Scouts, and we're going to let her dive right in here and tell us all about it. Good morning, Lisa. How are you doing?
I'm doing great because Cub Scouts have started back.
And that is something, I'm glad you said that because I'm sure like everything else that has been a little bit of a hiatus, right?
We have 4 packs in Cleveland and 1 in Polk County, and one of those meets year-round, but everybody else takes the summer off.
Takes the summer off, but it's time to get back to it now, right?
It is time to get back. We have been coming into the schools to do recruiting, and post-COVID, things have been a little bit, well, extremely different. We used to be able to go in and speak to the kids, and then we would send a flyer home that said the next day or a couple of days later that we would have a sign-up night at the school. And for a couple of years in COVID, we could not do any of that.
Sure.
And this year it's been a little bit spotty. Some places we can go in and talk on the morning announcements, but we have sent flyers home at most all of the schools already. We've had sign-up nights at a few schools, and we will be getting to the others in the next few weeks. If a parent is cleaning out their child's backpack in a few weeks, and at the very bottom they find that flyer and they say, oh, we wanted to do this, but we missed the opportunity. No, you can sign up for Scouts any time of the year. It doesn't have to be right now. There will be information to contact people. There is a website called beascout.org, and you can go type in your address, or your zip code, and it will show the units in your area, and you can read a little bit about them and reach out to people. And we go into the schools, but just because a PAC recruits to the school does not mean your child has to go to that PAC. There may be a PAC that meets at a better time for you or a better location.
Gotcha.
So
that's good. That's good information. Again, Lisa Poe-Jones here with us, talking about getting some Cub Scouts and recruiting, and Boy Scouts as well.
Yes.
Tell me, when you're talking to parents on a one-on-one basis, and they say, "Well, my child enjoys this," or maybe is shy, or the different things that parents say about their children. What do you tell them that the Scouts can do for them, for those young people being a part of this?
Well, the first thing is interaction on a smaller scale than the classroom. Scouts are divided by dens, which is grade level, and usually a den is 8 to 10 students, 8 to 10 Scouts or less. So they have more individualized attention from a leader and a smaller group of friends to interact with. Then several times a year, usually once or twice a month, everyone in the PAC comes together, so they have a chance to interact with older Scouts, younger Scouts. They get to meet more things. A huge benefit for my son was he went to a county school, but he was in a PAC with mostly city students, and then he chose to go to Cleveland Middle School, and he already had friends because he had met those students in the PAC. And I had a mom of a Scout who's crossed over to Boy Scouts tell me that her son's doing really well in middle school, and he was very excited because one of his Scout friends was in his homeroom class. So,
what would you say are some of the activities that you do in the? Let's specifically talk about the Cub Scouts, since that's primarily what we're recording.
The first activity that we have coming up the end of September is a district-wide fishing derby. So we go out to a local pond, and everybody gets to fish all morning, and there's a couple of awards for largest fish, most fish caught, and it's just a great opportunity. Our PAC, the week prior to that, we usually have someone come in who explains to children who've never fished before how to cast, how to bait their hook, those type of things. Every year we have a thing called a Pinewood Derby. Kids get a block of wood, and they create their design, and an adult cuts it out for them. They paint it, and they race it. So they learn some things about racing cars and design and different things. Camping, there's opportunity to camp, and I want to tell, if you are a parent whose idea of roughing it is to go to a one-star hotel,
right?
In Cub Scouts, there is a limited amount of camping, and if that is not your thing, you're not forced to do it, but you can do as much as you want. Parents who want to be more involved and do more camping can register to be leaders and lead those activities.
It sounds like it kind of helps round those young people, those young minds, into doing different things and activities that they may not have participated in without being a part of the Scouts. Is that right? Does
Exactly.
That kind of, yeah,
exactly.
It seems like a good thing. And of course, the adult supervision and things like that makes it to where parents can feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, the 4 aims of Scouting are character development, leadership development, citizenship training, and personal fitness. So we cover different aspects of those things throughout the year.
And again, we're looking to get some young people to be part of the Cub Scouts, doing some recruiting. Lisa Poe-Jones joins us right now. So, Lisa, again, you've sent those things home in some of the backpacks, is what you've been telling us.
Yes.
But if people want additional information, maybe didn't get the letter at home, how can they reach out to get more details? Okay,
there is the beascout.org website. Our local council is the Cherokee Area Council, and their phone number is area code 423-892-8323. Don't quote me on that because
just look it up.
I'm sometimes number dyslexic. And then like I said, if your child is in a school and that is something you've had an interest in and you think you might have missed, just call the office and they will say, yes, they've been here, no, they've not been here. And most of those schools have a contact number that they can reach the leaders.
Do you know Mr. Jimmy Logan here?
Actually, Mr. Logan is an Eagle Scout, and his brother Tony was my son's scout leader from 2nd grade until he earned Eagle.
Wow.
He was my my son's mentor.
So, Jimmy, tell me about your experience here with the Scouts.
Scouting is probably the best choice to be involved in from the time of a young age to go being Cub Scouts all the way through, even passing through all of the ranks in Scouting to go to the other levels of Scouting. You learn how to work together in a fun type environment. You understand the significance of things you would not otherwise be exposed to. Everything from visitation at some of the most significant things that are going on in our community at a young age, but it is that camaraderie that you develop and the recognition that the leader of the pack, the folks who are the Scoutmasters, they are able to impart a sincerity that I don't see many other places. You know, Sunday school teachers are great folks for children, but Scoutmasters, Cub Scout leaders are just absolutely wonderful, wonderful people. Scouting's been important to me, and you know, I've done a lot of work in the area where people make mistakes in their lives and they are accused of wrongdoing. It is extremely rare that I ever have learned of an Eagle Scout who's been accused of substantially significant illegal activities. One of the statistics I'm aware of is we have not had, to my knowledge, and I've researched this in the past, an Eagle Scout convicted of first-degree murder.
Wow.
Now, you know,
discipline, that's pretty pretty hard to say against anything else. That's pretty.
You know,
that speaks for itself, I guess. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And so rare when I get an information sheet come across my desk, and there's something untoward which has occurred, and I ask folks, "Have you ever been involved in Scouting?" I suggest that to parents of young people. People who are involved in juvenile delinquency, who do not have a sense of responsibility. Get your child enrolled in Scouting. They will use that energy, which, you know, we all have as youngsters.
Right. We got the excessive parts of it. Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the folks who go out and put the flags on the graves for veterans? Who does that? Well, certainly veterans do it. But Scouts do.
Yep.
Saw the hand.
Yeah, Lisa raised her hand right there. I saw it.
A respect for life, a respect for the contributions which people make to the community. We teach those things in Scouting. Thank you so much for your service and what you folks do. I just heard this on the radio, and I decided to come out and get that football there.
Oh, I thought that was going to be for me, Jimmy. I thought I was going to look good on my desk, but
I'm thinking about what I will do with it, and you'll be on the list.
Okay, might be a short list, but I'll be on that list.
Yeah.
But Jimmy, when you came in, I figured there was a connection. You know, you came in; it was kind of a cold thing there. I was kind of looking at you, you're looking at me. Lisa kind of looked over at you. I thought, well, there's a relationship with all of this, and I just got to get Jimmy in the seat, and he'll explain it all out there to us. But yeah, I'm so glad you dropped by because this is a big deal. Like you said, after being off for the summer, time to get back at it. Mm-hmm. And recruitment is something that we wanted to make sure people understood that they could be a part of this. And again, Lisa, if you don't care, give us the contact information how people can reach out to you.
Okay. Most people say you shouldn't do this, but I freely give out my phone number on everywhere. My number is 650-8085, and I will talk to anyone, answer any questions they have about Scouting just about any time.
How long have you been involved? Jimmy's got my curiosity up now.
I'm starting my 19th year.
19th year,
and
wow.
My son is 25, so he's been out a while, and I just saw the importance of the program, and I've stayed with it. And also, speaking of the flag thing, that is an important thing that we do, is we teach children how to raise and lower and fold the flag and how to properly retire it. And we have our older scouts who will be helping with a flag retirement at the VFW on Saturday, September 24th. So if you have those flags, get them to us. My pack meets at First United Methodist Church on Ocoee Street, and people are always coming in and dropping off flags in the office, and I always get them. and we will be retiring the flag from Don Ledford Pontiac this fall.
Wow.
One further thing. Let
Sure.
me just say this. We need more people involved as Scoutmasters, as people who contribute to and go with the children to the camping or to the other activities that they might be, to help teach young people skills that they otherwise might not be aware of until they get thrown into, my car won't work, what in the world should I do? Scouting teaches about every aspect of life. We've even moved into technology since we didn't have any of those things back when I was in scouting. But folks, if there's anything that you feel like, I may not be contributing as much as I should because this country, this community is so good to me. Volunteer your time. You don't have to go to all these meetings where that you get a boring speaker. You get actively involved with molding children's lives, and it's girls and boys.
Yes.
Sure.
Girls have always been at scouting, and many of the BSA has many different branches besides Cub Scouting and Boy Scouting. There's venture crews, varsity crews, explorer posts, sea ships, and all of those have been co-ed, but Cub Scouts became co-ed in 2018. The sisters have always been there participating in the activities. They just never could get the recognition for it. And then Boy Scouts became Scouts BSA in 2019, and the first female Eagle in our council was at Troop 10 at Broad Street here, Annika Pierce.
Good stuff. Well, Lisa, thanks so much for coming in and getting us caught up. This is very important, Jimmy, as he mentioned, molding these young people and getting them to be responsible. I mean, learning things that they probably just don't learn sitting at home playing on a video game. This is something that's really extracurricular activity to get them to learn life skills that they'll probably use the rest of their life and probably someday teach their kids how to do through Scouts or either on their own. So, again, thanks so much for being here. Jimmy, thanks so much for dropping by.
Well, I tell you, it's just I was on the road and heard you here, and I just
couldn't resist.
I didn't violate too many traffic laws to get here while you were still on, but I had to do that. Thank you so much, and thanks to all the Scout leaders across the country. Gosh, I'm reminded of Don Robinson and Don and so many other leaders. Mr. Jacobs, who went, it's just amazing what Mr. Jacobs has done in scouting. Dr. Stanberry and others.
Wow, that's a pretty big list that you're just mentioning right there.
And Tony Logan.
Tony Logan learned how to sail. When you started talking about that, they go on sailing trips. When children in our neck of the woods, young people, would never have the opportunity to understand what it's like to bring the sail in, to raise the sail, to change the direction of the movement with a sailboat. Wow.
Good stuff. Really good stuff. Get involved, folks. Recruiting is going on now for Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts looking for that. So get involved with Lisa Poe-Jones, and they'll be happy to help you. All right, so that's going to wrap up our interview for this morning. Appreciate Jimmy Logan dropping by and giving us dropping some knowledge, is what we like to call it here at Mix 104.1. That is going to wrap up the Mix Morning Show on Mix TV. Hope that you enjoyed it, and we'll go ahead and cut out right here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bridget will be back with you here in just a little while. This is Dwayne with Mix 104.1.